I listen to these BTF niggas because they blow my mind, son. Blue Tigers Fitted Show. Internet's back at it again. What up, Delshawn?
What up, Della?
Regular ass time, back in the building.
What up,
After
dog?
your hiatus.
Right.
How in the hell are you, pal?
Good, baby.
You good?
I'm good, baby.
I'm great now that we're back. Niggas been gone. You know, like how they say a needle drops. You can hear a pin drop. It's so quiet, like ting, ting. Or like real old nigga shit. Remember the Sprint commercial with the little pin dropping, like.
You know what that tells me?
What does that tell you, scumbag, Sharon?
Sprint been asked for a long time.
Yes,
Because I definitely remember
You
that.
definitely remember that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had the old white chick in the commercials.
Wasn't Jamie Lee Curtis was with Singular.
Nah, it wasn't Jamie Lee Curtis. No.
Catherine Zeta-Jones was with T-Mobile.
Nah.
Yeah, she was over there.
We talking about super random. What was it? Murphy Brown. Remember that show?
Oh, yeah, that shit.
Yeah, Murphy fucking Brown, bro. That Sprint been asked since Murphy Brown, bro. Like, that goes back a long time.
Yeah,
Yo, internets.
that's it.
Go and Google Murphy Brown.
Murphy Brown. It is.
That may even be what the episode is titled this evening, just simply
Murphy
because
Brown.
Murphy Brown was two old white chicks, and one of them looked like the tall lady from the Golden Girls, if I can recall. Can't remember what her name is. Blanche was the freak.
Yep.
What was the old? Who was Estelle? Or was that a real name?
I think that, yeah.
That was a real
I
name,
don't
wasn't
know.
it? The old lady.
Golden Girls
Might have
was
been
the shit,
Estelle.
though, but I don't know. I
Because
don't
Estelle
remember the
something
name.
was her real name, was the old lady. Who knows? If you're a Golden Girls
Never watched
reference. Yeah, I caught it. Thank
Never
you
did.
for being
I know people that
a
look,
friend.
it's like cult following type shit.
You didn't
Like,
fuck with Golden Girls?
no.
Wow.
He was more of an
He's
Andy
one
Griffin
of them.
kind of guy.
No, not that either.
I thought everybody fucked with Golden Girls.
So did I.
Hey, niggas
I
got
didn't.
grandmas. I mean,
Exactly.
I didn't know why grandma watched
My
it.
grandma
but
ain't
shit.
watched Golden Girls.
What she watched?
She
Designing
watched,
Women?
No. She watched, my grandma watched, what's the soap opera?
Not Gone with the Wind, but that was a
God
movie.
and Light.
God and Light. No, that was what was the shit with the
I think it was God
no,
and Light. It was God
no,
and
it
Light.
wasn't God. That was one of them, but she
That's the
probably
one she used to
but she
watch.
watched the other shit, not General Hospital,
Nigga,
but
I'm telling you what shit you watched. How the fuck you know? Nigga, she watched God and Light. I'm telling you, nigga. God and Light. Fucking. This nigga, no, I'm telling you what she watched. Cause, no, nigga. She, that Rescue 911. Do y'all remember that shit?
I do
wasn't that a
remember
comedy
that.
show?
No, nigga, it was like
no.
stories of people
Yeah.
getting
Dogs and shit, like
Rescue
on Fox.
911. And then the other shit was what was the shit that scared? It was kind of scary, but it wasn't scary. Not Rescue 911, but stories of
Unsolved mysteries.
Yes,
some shit
Unsolved
like that.
Mysteries.
Oh, man.
Unsolved
She used to watch that
Mysteries.
shit. Yeah.
She had the Power Hour nap time schedule
Yeah,
right there.
like, for real.
And then my
Grandma
granddad used to
going right
watch
to bed on your ass,
westerns and shit all the fucking time.
I can't watch no westerns.
Yeah, no, he used to watch them shits religiously.
Why? What was
I don't know.
interesting about
I
westerns?
never was interested, but you just see him down there looking at the little black and white TV and shit. He just be sitting there with like a lane, just looking at it, and you try to talk to him. Hey, Gertie, boy, I'm watching them. I'm watching my stuff now. I'm watching my stuff now.
I'm watching Billy D. Williams.
You know better. You know better. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's what they used to
That's
watch.
crazy, man.
No Golden Girls though. Never
Yeah,
watched.
my
that.
grandma used to watch Golden Girls, Designing Women.
Never that.
What was the other shit? All I remember coming home, switching gears, I remember coming home as a little young buck, having SpaghettiOs made for me and watching James Bond Jr. James Bond Jr. It was a cartoon.
Yeah,
Anybody remember the cartoon reboot?
Yeah, I
used
remember
to
that.
watch
guy.
That was a WB show, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
What show was that?
It was like a.
I think it was like Fox or something like that.
Yeah, it was like.
But it was part of the
fake
Saturday.
3D.
It was part of the Saturday morning cartoon shit.
Nah, nigga, I was too busy watching City High. I was too busy watching who's them
High.
niggas?
Sound
Tailspin.
like you had cable.
I did.
Right, you watching.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had a hanger going out the back of the TV
Listen,
for air channels. That's what we.
I was watching Tailspin with Baloo.
I had some Tailspin, the comforter.
Yeah, Baloo on your comforter.
Yeah, I had the whole shit. The tailspin. You know the little comforter and shit? I had that shit.
Bed
on
in
my
the
twin
bag.
bed.
Bed in the bag.
Yeah, but it wasn't in the bag then. It was just a comforter.
Because
They didn't have, it wasn't convenient. You just had to fucking
Because
get
didn't they used to live in like a sweet ass bear apartment?
No, they lived in a
tree?
hangar, an airplane hangar.
airplane.
Didn't they
Remember
know like
that? And
some
it was like
bear
in a
shit,
tree or
though?
It was in a
something.
tree.
Yeah.
That's what they
Okay.
used to
And then what's some other niggas that used to eat gummy bears bouncing here and there and everywhere? What? These are the like the niggas would drink the juice. Come on now, it's the little 3 bears, and they be bears, and they drink the bear juice. And once they drink the bear juice, the niggas would bounce
Bear
around.
juice.
I'm a internet. You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
y'all.
you're
Listening
gonna have
right
to
now.
find out.
Bear juice.
It's
Bear
gummy
juice.
bear. Is it gummy bears? It's
No,
called gummy bears.
that
Come on.
definitely ain't it, because I would have remembered that.
No.
It ain't
That's
gummy
the name of
bear.
the song. It's like gummy bears bouncing here and there and everywhere. These are the gummy bears.
So wait a minute, they drunk a magic juice. And
Yeah, it was like some
became-
juice and shit they drank.
They drank bear juice.
It was like red
juice.
bear juice. It was probably wine or some shit.
Yeah,
And they-
wine.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah,
That's all that was.
Jesus juice, and then they jumped
Jesus
around.
juice.
Shout out to Michael Jackson. And-
Subliminal advertising.
yeah, man. And they drank the juice, and they be like, boom. They make this fucking noise like, boom, like they get big. Y'all know what I'm talking about. People with cable. It was
People with cable?
people with cable know what I'm talking about.
No, I didn't have no cable.
You niggas was stuck
We
watching.
had got, I remember we had got, I think it was Barden cable with the gray box
Yep.
with the little 3 buttons.
Yep.
We had got that illegally. My uncle had got the box, and he knew how to do whatever to do to make it work or whatever. So we got it then, but that's when that's when the weird stuff, because it had every channel, and then we found out that it had every channel, and then it was like every channel consisted of like Playboy and all that shit. I remember watching like the WWF and shit, and people would come over. And then I think one time too many people, somebody like, I don't know, somebody told or something like that. And I remember the cable people trying to come to the house and like, yeah, we need to take your cable box. I remember my uncle, this is my crackhead uncle, whatever. I remember him open the door. You know, crackheads, they never had no shirt on, but they always had like a 6-pack and shit. And they look like they've been through some shit, like their skin is like leather. And it was like, this motherfucker, he came out and he had his shirt off. He opened the door and he was like, sir, we need to confiscate your cable box. He was like, man, y'all niggas ain't confiscating shit. He's like, I dare your ass to walk up in this doorstep, bitch. I remember that shit. We just sit there like little kids like, oh shit. And I just remember him slamming the fucking door. But he tried to slam the door, but it was one of those doors, the carpet, it dragged along the carpet. So it didn't slam, it just kind of stopped. And he had to push his shit. That's a funny moment for me. Or whatever.
Yeah, y'all remember the last channel button though? Like, I would always make sure, like, yeah, I'm watching soft porn, and then I like change it to some dumb shit, like, you know, channel 20 or some random ass shit with the TV guide station, right?
Yeah, Nickelodeon.
Yeah, hear somebody coming down the hallway, you be like, fuck, last channel button. Maybe the shit cascading up. What you doing in here? Oh, I'm trying to find something on TV. Hitting that last channel button. Shout out to the last channel button. That's not even on TV no more. Like, they don't even do picture in picture no more. Screen and screen and screen.
I thought that was on your TV itself.
No, it's on the TV itself.
They don't do that no more.
They do.
They do screen. No, you can't. You can't play a video game and then watch
Well, that's
TV
your
no
TV.
more.
My TV can do it.
Well, 4K ass nigga.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
It's possible,
picture in
just nobody
picture.
uses it.
You
Because
don't
it's a fucking
use it.
stupid option.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a dumbass option.
Well,
Why
it's-
the fuck you
it's
need
not.
to look at
Listen,
two things
listen,
at once?
because no, that was a
Focus, nigga.
Listen,
Focus.
listen,
One thing.
Picture in picture is the most American laziest shit
That
ever.
is.
No.
Yeah, I'm going to watch this
Two
while I'm
channels
watching
at
this.
this- yeah.
Nigga.
Listen, it's
Get the
dope.
fuck
It's
outta
dope.
here.
It's dope.
No, it's
If-
not.
Listen, I just hate it because it made everybody turn into fucking cone heads. I'm trying to play Goldeneye and everybody's shaped like a goddamn cone head and watching football at the same time. It didn't work out.
I never liked it. I
Why
always thought it
couldn't
was
they
dumb.
put that shit where it was like a Goldeneye split screen and then everything made sense up top and then on the bottom? Why?
Because it's stupid. That's why.
Yeah, you're on your own picture in picture.
That
It's
bitch.
dumb. Like, why do you? What are you possibly going to be
I'm
watching?
coming to your house and
no,
putting
what
picture
are
in
you
picture
going
on
to be
your
watching that you don't need to listen
Yeah,
to?
exactly.
Maybe you want to play a game and have the basketball game on in the back.
Listen,
It's multitasking.
You still want Laserdisc, don't you?
Talk about that big ass record, that big ass record disc that you put on.
Kind of nigga you
I never got a chance to get that back in the day, so I'd buy it. I'd buy a laser disc. I
Right.
remember going to Circuit City, like, what's that? It's a fucking record with a look like a big ass CD.
Yeah, exactly.
Laser disc. That's like the same niggas that fucked around and bought HD movies instead of the Blu-ray. Booed ya. Xbox is fucking you now.
We super dating ourselves, yeah.
Yeah. But we're happy to be back, internets. Happy to be back for you. To entertain you on your way to work, while you're at work. Hey, I know some of y'all cut us on while you're at work, get a good laugh, and we appreciate it, damn it. I know I do. I know regular ass Tom does. I know Scumbag Sherm does, because you could be doing anything else in the world, but you hit play right now with these three guys.
Right? Good looking.
Good look. Also, too, I don't know if you knew or not. If you're new to the show, welcome. If you're a long time listener, shout out to Brandon Rogers 45 in Vegas. You might want to check out our other podcast network umbrella family members on the whole pod, right? Like, the thing is we created a network. We created a Blue Tigers Fitted network. So now we have some different listening options for you. We know you love us, and we appreciate that. You hear us, but we're on once a week. Maybe you might go through some old episodes. I don't know. But now you actually have the opportunity to listen to the G-Spot girls, right? So you, the wifey, you, your girl, you, your side piece, whomever, get some tips and tricks on what it is to do, and relationship advice, hoeing, what to look out for, who to be around, all of that on the G-Spot. Dope young ladies. Happy to have them underneath the Blue Tigers Fitted Network umbrella, as well as our brother LV with the Daily Brew podcast. Listen, LV came through Thanksgiving, brought the Granny's roast by, excited to have it, just like black people didn't have a coffee maker. He had the coffee pot, didn't bring the filters. However, got a chance to check out Granny's roast, and he's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not necessarily a coffee drinker, it's good. The coffee itself is really good. You don't need sugar, you don't need cream. I'm not a fan of black coffee myself, but I was able to drink this coffee straight black. Shout out to him, man. The Daily Brew, he hits you with a cool 19 to like 20 minutes every week. And it's like the most impactful 19, 20 minutes I think you've ever heard.
Right.
I almost look in embarrassment and be like, wait a minute, our show's an hour and a half. And we mumbled the whole shit.
Yeah. LV's a man with a purpose.
Man with a purpose. So you got to definitely check out the Daily Brew. Daily Brew, Brews Conversation. Coffee Brews Conversation is his whole slogan with that. So super proud of him for his endeavors and doing what he is doing. And we're super excited to have him under the Blue Tigers Fitted Network, joining this super squad of podcasters. So with that being said, God damn it, let's get into this evening's debauchery. Regular ass Tom, why don't you start us off? But since you've brought this topic up, something you and I have been arguing about back and forth all week, and we decided to give you, the listener, the opportunity to chime in, comment.
So we like to get into we have quarterly hip hop discussions.
Oh yeah,
we've been staying true to it. Mm-hmm. So before the year ends, I mean we might as well go out with it. And honestly, it's probably my favorite thing to talk about. We talk about a lot of other random bullshit, but it's
with purpose.
Yeah, it is with purpose. But this is just something like, I could talk about this shit like all the live long day.
All the live long day.
So we gonna get it started with we initially went to the we will always go to the top 5 lyricists. Which Jay-Z's a huge influence on everyone's life. If he's not, kill yourself.
Okay, so fuck Jay-Z.
He said it. Do top 6, do 6. Instead of a top 5. Because you always got that. There is always that one that's either like, I would have you in a 5. It's that that back and forth, that shift button. But yeah, so we're gonna do the top 6 lyricists, and what I mean by lyricist is the most simple way I could put it is if you're in your room right now, and this person kicks your door in. And you like, yo, spit some shit right now. That's what I'm talking about. The top lyricists. I'm not talking about album sales. I'm not talking about star power, Sharon's favorite word. I'm not talking about whatever the fuck. What label they're on. Fuck that shit. I'm talking about somebody that when they come in,
bars.
They can fuck. If you be like, yo, nigga, spit that shit, they can just fucking go. That's what I'm talking about. The art of rhyming. I ain't talking about. Oh, I don't like that style of rap.
Can it be written? Huh? Can it be written? Because
sure.
Okay.
Because it can be written. You know what? I'll give you that.
Because according to Wikipedia,
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. What are you?
Who the
doing?
fuck looks
We
at
talking about
Wikipedia?
hip hop, and you go to
Nigga,
Wikipedia.
what did I say? Let me go in here real quick and add some more shit to
I'm
it.
just okay. You can be hot. Nobody's going in Webster's doing that shit. That's not where we want to go. I mean, I can pull up Urban Dictionary as well. However, Wikipedia describes a lyricist is a lyricist or a lyricist is a person who writes lyrics, words for songs, as opposed to a composer who writes the song's melody.
Right.
We can get with that.
Yeah,
right?
bars only.
Yeah, bars. Like no music
So
needed, no nothing. They can just
so
fucking
Urban
go.
Dictionary for you niggas that like you regular ass time that want to be on Urban Dictionary. A lyricist is to be on top of the rap game, specifically providing unequaled wordplay and ill skills.
To be on top of the rap game doesn't necessarily make you a lyricist.
No. Urban Dictionary can suck dick.
That's a white person's.
Urban Dictionary, my nuts.
Shout
That's
out
the
to-
dumbest definition.
So we're gonna run with
Excuse me,
Wikipedia.
that's ignorant white person.
let's do Wikipedia.
Yeah.
That's some nigga shit.
So we're gonna.
That's definitely nigga shit.
We're gonna run with a lyricist. Is a lyricist is a
Yes.
person who writes the lyrics,
Yes.
words for songs, as opposed to a composer who writes the songs.
Yes.
All right.
Words for songs.
Go.
Nigga that can put words together. Okay.
Go
Yeah,
scumbag.
Six all time.
All the time.
Not the only thing is we know Tupac, we know Biggie.
Hold on.
I wouldn't even put Pac in my top 5 lyrically.
I would.
Lyrically,
He's a
I
So
don't
do
know.
we want to do that?
Yeah.
Dead or alive?
Yeah, dead or alive.
All right.
But it's hard to do. And internet.
I don't-
Here's a disclaimer.
Let's do-
Here's a disclaimer before we
don't-
put this out there, because people are gonna be like, "Nah, man, what the fuck y'all talking about? You forgot about Hootie Hoo Hoo and blah 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 blah."
Fuck who the who.
Right. So
My list, biatch.
this is who we're thinking about today. Who we can come up with in our brains today.
in this moment.
In this moment, and who it is.
This is
I'm
winging
sure,
it.
I'm sure we're gonna miss. I'm 110% sure that we're
Yeah.
gonna miss a ton of other people. But based off regular ass time's argument, we just want to call out those folks.
Well, let's just make 6 because I don't have 6 I can give you right now. I think we think about that shit for 3 hours. So I'll name one. We'll name each 2.
We agree, Jay-Z. Everybody
You know what
agrees,
I'm
Jay-Z.
saying?
Where?
Where?
No, where? What
He's
number?
on the list.
No,
He's on the
no,
short
no.
Oh,
list.
so you're just
Don't even worry about
y'all
the
ain't doing
ranking.
order?
No, no order.
Oh fuck!
No,
I'm
no,
doing
order,
I don't
top
really- I don't
six.
really have
The
order.
argument
I
we
don't
were
really-
having is based off ranking.
Okay,
though.
well, fuck it. Jay-Z's
Okay.
number one.
Shit.
You said Jay-Z's number 1?
One?
Lyrics.
Fight me.
period.
Who else?
We just talking strictly bars?
Yep.
Damn.
Lyrics. Must I read
bro.
the definition again?
No,
bars
no,
is
no,
lyrics.
no.
Same shit.
Yeah, shit. Bro, right. So that means they don't necessarily have to say anything. It just has to sound good.
So let's just do it this way. Sharm, you do yours. Tiki, do yours, and I'll do mine. And then we'll stop cutting this nigga off. Let him do what he does. Let him cook. Cook, Sharm, cook.
This nigga's the one confused himself. You mean bars, lyrics?
I mean, all
I
right.
don't know.
I'm not. Jay's on my list. He's not going to be 1. I can tell you that. I don't really probably have a number scheme, to be honest. Not yet.
All right, so
all
no
right.
number scheme for yours.
All right, let's pull
fine,
it.
that's
All
you.
right, let's pull it.
That's you.
Black Thought's going to be on it somewhere.
All right.
Shit, I'll even put comment on there right now.
What?
Yeah, comment's
Yep,
got
keep going.
Comment's got bars,
Keep
bro.
going.
I'll make it easy.
Shit.
Tom.
Nas naturally, from all the shit he's done. I know you were shitting on it earlier. I'll even put Ryan there because Rakim Allah, because he's, been doing this shit for a long time.
That's
He ain't
that's
been doing
fine.
shit for a long time either.
No, he hasn't.
Anywho,
hold on.
But the
Anywho.
bar level set so high though.
Another
I mean,
argument.
like,
Yep. Keep going, Sharon. One
you know
more.
what I'm saying?
You got.
No, that was only
No,
What I got?
it's
What I got?
5. It's 5.
6, nigga.
Right. He's got one
Wait.
more, motherfucker.
What I got
He
so
didn't
far?
say
here?
5.
He has 5. He has Jay-Z, Black Thought, Common, Nas, Rakim.
Okay.
Rakim. Damn, as a 6th one, huh?
6 man coming off the bench.
This is the most.
6th
Nope.
man,
Just wait.
coming
Just
off the
wait.
bench.
Let him finish.
To be honest, to be fair,
Yeah.
to think about it, put my thoughts out loud. Lyricists,
Yep.
I don't think it's been too many past 2005. So
So
that
get-
scratched the
so
whole
can we
generation of niggas off
so-
right there. Like damn.
Okay,
you
but
know.
so
generation.
who's one more? Who's coming? Who's your 6th man?
Throw somebody out there, man. Somebody.
And I'll just talk about because there's only been a few of them, so I might give it to K Dot in this moment.
Okay,
I
that's
might
fair.
give it to
That's
him.
fair.
He's proven his worth. J. Cole's pretty strong with the bars,
See, keep
but outside of them 2 niggas, I can't really give it to nobody else
Okay,
in the
that's
last
fair.
10.
Regular ass
So,
time.
That's your turn, nigga.
Oh, it's my turn.
We said.
So
order,
fine.
nigga.
We'll put Jay-Z for mine at the top. We'll put Tupac because the nigga was a poet of anything. So words and making shit rhyme and making it make sense and making things connect. was dope for me. I had to put Biggie in there simply because, again, we're not talking popularity, we're not talking albums, we're not talking features, we're not talking none of that. Lyrically, to all the ladies in the place with style and grace, allow me to lace these lyrical douches in your bushes. Come on, like lyrically, like pound for pound, right? Crazy. That's 3. You could put
This is all time, right?
yeah, this is all time, and this is in the moment right now.
Dead or alive.
Dead or alive, right?
Yeah,
Like, this is what we're thinking of right now.
I gotta change my shit up then.
Because I'm thinking like Common.
I thought we were just doing it.
No, but that's okay.
No, you're definitely right by
No.
second guessing yourself there.
But look, I will put.
no love for Common.
Hell no.
But
The most boring
that's
nigga
another
ever.
Anyway,
I'd rather watch him get murked than John Wick than hear him rap.
Hey, yo, cut that scene on from John Wick.
this is my turn, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
Fuck this song.
You know what? I would probably put again bars, lyricists. I would probably put. I'd probably put Talib Kweli in there. Right? You said Black Thought, but you got like I go back to Talib Kweli, most def Talib Kweli. 4 or 5. I would think storytelling. I wouldn't put not me. I wouldn't lyrically. Yes, Nas, like Jay-Z interview said, his mom was a teacher. Nigga had a lot of shit. Storytelling great, but bars like just pound for pound shit. I put J. Cole in there. J. Cole would go in there.
I always felt like Nas was like fucking advanced calculus of rap, bro. He's putting words that connect on so many levels.
Yeah,
Like the science and the art of rap. And if you're going to teach a class, I would probably use Nas as my example. So lyrically, I
and
gotta
you know what?
use that.
And you know
nigga.
what? I'm gonna throw a wild card in here as my 6. You ready? Regardless of album sales, of popularity, of whatever, if we talk about just straight bars,
Oh, shit, nah.
I put DMX in there.
Man, stop it.
I put DMX in there.
Give him the noose.
Fuck no.
I really would. No.
Take a long
six?
walk off
Listen,
a short
listen.
bridge.
Top
T.
6.
Listen.
Stop
You
it.
know who it'd be? It'd be a DMX.
Top 6.
Kill
DMX
yourself.
/ look, Cannabis.
Kill yourself twice.
Did you just say cannabis?
Can I bust? No. Pause.
Are you serious, dog?
Yep. DMX. There it is.
That's
Top
the worst
6.
fucking
Jay-Z,
list ever.
Tupac, Biggie,
You know
Talib
what?
Kweli,
Flat
J. Cole.
out, fuck your list.
Right, damn. That's because if you would have just shut the fuck up and not put DMX and cannabis, in
Cannabis,
there,
yeah. You
get the fuck out of
Once
here.
again, what
dog.
are you rating that off of?
kind of ruined
Get
it.
the fuck
You're rating it
out
off,
of
but
here.
you're rating it off of popularity. You're rating it off of album sales.
No, I'm not.
Off bars.
No,
bar for bar.
No.
Nigga, I told you what the rules are. So why the fuck you saying I'm waiting on
Okay,
something
you know
else?
what? All right, scratch
Cannabis
my
sucks
6.
ass.
Listen, scratch my 6. I'm sorry. Totally didn't think about it because it's part of his.
There's a cannabis song I want the listener and you to YouTube. It's called Your Teeth Is Yellow, okay? Now, you go ahead and listen to that.
And then put him
Come
in
back,
your top
yeah.
6.
We'll
I know
come back to
exactly
your
what the
list.
fuck you talking about.
I apologize.
How dare you to put that nigga in your top 6 after that
Yeah,
shit?
go for it.
You're right because it's gonna be part. It's gonna be part of yours. I apologize. There's so much shit to think about right now, and BTF juice is flowing. That's okay. No DMX. No cannabis. I retract my 6. Can I retract my 6?
Maybe top 15.
Can I retract my 6?
Maybe.
Okay.
On a
Put
drunk day.
it Andre 3000.
I get that one.
I
Yeah.
was-
I don't know
what
how
the
you
fuck,
went
nigga?
DMX over anyway, but yeah.
Like, I don't
Because
understand.
I'm thinking of him killing Jay-Z back in the day. No one ever
all
wanted
that
to talk
shit.
about
Random.
the freestyle. No one ever wanted to talk about the bars. Like X
Well,
murdered
you
this
know.
nigga before that was pre-crack.
Fuck that
Post crack, it's all over.
3 Stacks should have been way higher. On
But it's
that
okay.
fucking list.
Oh, it
But
should
anyway.
have. So let's
Yeah,
hear
well,
your.
yeah.
I
let's-
didn't deny 3. He's in my top 6, bitch.
So let's
Okay.
hear.
So how about
Okay.
that?
Let's hear it.
All right,
Rank
yeah.
style,
So-
recognized style. Everybody, drum roll, please.
So
You
I
should
had
have
to-
commented, and I can't be mad at that. but
Right.
I
So
need to hear this.
I have to change up because I was mine. I was doing not dead, but
Yeah.
since I am, Biggie is all time for me.
One. A
Yeah,
number
one.
Okay.
Like by far.
Okay.
One.
Wow.
2 Jay-Z.
Okay.
3 Eminem.
Okay.
4 Sci-Hi the Prince.
Mm.
What number was that? 4, 5 Andre 3000. 6. Oh, I had it and now I'm forgetting. What did I say?
Kumo D.
Fuck no.
Cool, Mo D.
I said
Tone Loc.
Wow.
Bang.
Funky.
After that, maybe
Vanilla Ice. Who is it? Regular last time. DJ Easy.
after that, I'll probably have to do like
Come on, 6 man.
it'll be a cross between a Black Thought.
You liar.
No, I'm not. Listen, hear me out. It'd be a cross between a Black Thought, a Nas.
That's too many people.
It's hard. I don't.
Yeah, if Black Thought or Nas is your 6-man, you can't go wrong. You really can't.
That's what I'm saying. It has to be one of them.
Lyrically,
for me,
you can name
Tupac is like 8 or 9.
You can spit more Nas songs than you can a Black Thought song.
But you're not talking about spitting
bars. We're talking about bars. We're talking about lyrics.
No, but
Tom can recite more lyrical bars from Nas than Black Thought.
Fair.
At the end of the day, when I know that Black Thought's skill is a little bit
Thinks it came from
better.
Rakim.
Nah, that nigga's skills set
It's like if you had
high.
Nas.
When I talk about skill set, we talk about bars.
It's the same
Lyrics.
thing.
What are you?
Jesus
come on,
Christ, you're getting technical on some shit that ain't technical.
Yeah.
Nigga. If you had Black Thought and Nas next to each other, I think Black Thought would do better. But I think if Nas had time to write it down, I think he would do better.
No, I think that both of them would have old Negro spirituals to be talking about.
Spirituals.
And we talking about
what the fuck?
We be talking about Nas' album done the whole fucking time.
Listen, nobody, but you're nullifying your whole rules entirely. You know what I'm saying?
Nullifying Tom's list.
Because nobody said the album had to be like quote unquote
No,
dope.
nullifying his whack ass
Basically
six.
talking
Ain't neither
lyrics.
one of them niggas had some dope ass albums.
I'll disagree with that.
No, ain't neither one of them had a classic album.
Whoa.
I mean, the Roots. Come on now.
No. It was written. Hello, we're forgetting.
Come on now.
Okay.
Tom's talking crazy.
I'm not talking crazy.
Super
I'm not
crazy.
I'm not talking crazy.
So wait, Nas nor
they don't have consistent hard.
No, you
No,
said
no,
classic.
you said
classic. They don't have classic albums
Nigga,
like that. They don't.
it was written was a classic.
so Nas has no classic albums.
You're crazy.
Yay or nay, Tom?
Okay, yes.
Yes, he would.
He has one. I never liked Illmatic was not my shit.
That's okay.
That's fair.
That's all right.
So It Was Written was my shit.
This is a revelation.
And I feel that
who the fuck is this guy?
I feel that
This nigga. Black Thought.
No, I feel that Stillmatic could have been if the production was different.
That's still with Genuine on there. Shawty.
No,
that's
Stillmatic
not
was
that.
with Ether.
That's Nostradamus, nigga.
Name me 2 more tracks off of Stillmatic.
What?
Stillmatic had Ether.
What was that one chick?
The fucking the world or something.
Not that
One
one. I know
mic.
what you're talking about. That.
One mic.
That's USA, Joyce.
Anyway, nigga.
One
Exactly.
mic was on there.
I said y'all niggas just said Ether, one mic, go.
And
said two,
fucking,
so
I said 3. I said name me 3
nigga, the
songs.
album was fucking 20 years ago.
God
Fuck out
damn.
of here. That a
You act
bitch.
like these niggas. We ain't old and shit, nigga. Shit. You are fucking recite the 5th track
Go.
off of Jay-Z's Volume 2. Nigga, shut the fuck
Third
up.
bar.
You can't even do that shit, nigga.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was shit. It was
DuckTales remembering that?
It was him and Sauce Money, nigga. If you want to be honest, go ahead though.
No, but if you
talk
saying
about Sauce Money, bring up J.O. Felony, nigga.
Yeah. We talking, that's just way back
I
in
mentioned
the way
J.O.
back.
Felony this week because what was I trying to say? I was trying to say Jay Farrow, but J.O. Felony came out my mouth. Like, yeah, you know, so I was like, J.O. Felony.
Hard pause.
Yeah, pause. Yeah.
But yeah, that's my top 6. And as far as the Roots, I think they've made some dope albums. But to me, none of them have been like classics that I go back to and just be like,
No classic Roots album, really.
Oh,
no,
man,
they've been
that's
dope.
too
I'm not
bad.
saying they're not dope. The Roots are dope.
Jesus.
I mean, they're definitely better than Wu-Tang. But
What? My head almost exploded. Like, I don't even know how to address this argument.
They're definitely better than Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang.
But yeah, I just know Black Thought. I mean, I've seen different things that he's done, like ciphers.
That's
and
interesting,
shit like
Tom.
that. And he's just
So-
he can just.
But
kill
you
it.
put Sci-Hi the Prince on your list.
Yeah, I did. I
Who
definitely
doesn't
did.
have the body of work that
He doesn't.
Black Thought has. Nowhere
doesn't.
near the body
Nor
of work.
does
He
nor
doesn't.
does Andre 3000, and you
Andre
place
3000 doesn't have the body of work either.
you place.
Andre 3000 definitely has the body of work.
Thank you.
So I have no qualms with
Not gonna go
Andre
into
3000.
No, get into that shit.
I got no problem with that.
Because you put Sci-Hi the Prince as a doper lyricist, better lyricist
Lyricist, yeah.
than Andre 3000.
I did.
And the internets have to know why regular ass Tom thinks Sci-Hi the Prince is a better lyricist than.
Because I
Andre
feel
3000.
that a lot of people don't give Sci-Hi the credit because he hasn't dropped an album. Because he's more behind the scenes or he is still underground. A lot of people don't pay attention to the Team Backpacks and the different ciphers that he's been on, that he's annihilated every single fucking time he's been on. If you think of a track that he's been on with somebody, another rapper, he's been better than most of the rap. The one I can think of the most, what was the shit with Jay-Z and fucking Soul Paul? You think about that shit. His verse was better than Jay-Z's verse.
Good Fridays.
Yeah.
No, My Beautiful Twisted
Dark Fridays.
On Soul Paul. His verse was better than Jay-Z's verse. And a lot of times, I mean, that's why Jay is so high on that, because a lot of people put that he's a staple as what good or bad should be, whatever the fuck that is. But when he drops bars, like, it's shit, like, I think when Nas drops shit, it's like you have to like think about it like, oh, I get that. You know what I mean?
Isn't that the point of bars?
But when you I get that. That's fine. But when Sci-Hi does it, he drops it like it's dope as fuck, it's technical as fuck, and you get it right then in the moment. Every time you go back, like you listen to, he just had an album. I don't even know how many times I listened to it, but every time I go to it, I hear something different that I didn't notice before. Okay. That's a dope ass lyricist.
To your argument, though,
lyricist.
Yeah. To your argument, you were like, yo, he kills the person on the track. Andre 3000 could be spoken of the same way.
And you're right. You're right. And I'm a huge Three Stacks fan.
So here's the thing, because they went the growth from him and Big Boy being a group, right, from Atlanta. We talked about it with Organized Noise doing their whole sound, right, creating that whole ATLians funk for them. Right, to him going through the Baduism shit, doing the Miss Jackson to the Love Below. Technically, his whole album was very unique, right? But when he gets on a John Legend's Green Light,
I think
or he gets on a Rich Boys Throw Some D's on it, shit, or gets on a Unks Walk It Out, kills
he does.
Like
he does.
If you say real talk, I probably won't trust you. Like, bro, he's the same way. I just can't. For me, lyricists. Again, popular, not given enough credit. Same thing is said about Three Stacks, because I think he would move up a rank and Sci-Hi would take the back seat to that, just simply because he's been doing it longer.
But Three Stacks gets his credit.
He does, because everybody anticipates the song that he's on.
I dare someone that is truly into hip hop to say that Andre 3000 is not one of the best, if not the best.
Yeah.
I dare somebody. If somebody says that, I don't listen to their conversation. They don't know shit about hip hop at all. That's like somebody be like, "Yeah, fucking Mims is the shit." Nigga, get the fuck out of here.
Mims.
Kill yourself. Kill yourself off the tallest fucking building.
This is why I'm hot, nigga, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mims. But what I'm saying is, like, as of right now, that's why I said they're back to back. Sci-Hi reminds me so much of Three Stacks, but in I don't want to say a younger form, but just like. I enjoy listening to him.
The niggas are both old, by the way.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it is. But I'm just saying he's just now getting his shine, to be honest with you.
And that's okay.
And
but
I just feel like.
But I could put.
What you mean? What?
I could put Sci-Hi bars up with Three Stacks bars. And Three Stacks bars are gonna win.
Well, that's my thing. Maybe. I mean, okay, the guys we've named been doing it for decades now. Sci-Hi's been doing it for how long?
Yeah. But I think he's been. I'm trying to, because he's been in the
officially one album deep.
Yeah, and he's been in the background. He's written for Kanye. He's written for he's been the writer. He's a ghostwriter. That's what he does. He's been on a lot of mixtapes.
Which
he
is
has
fair,
like 5 or 6 mixtapes.
You said all time, like, yo, Sci-Hi the Prince.
Yes, nigga.
No real body of work. Sci-Hi the Prince.
If you listen, when I consider somebody being lyrical,
I almost have a problem with people saying Biggie now, because it's like, yo, it's 2 albums deep and a couple songs. Like, really? When you stand,
and that's what I'm saying. That's where you putting albums into it. I'm not putting albums into it. I'm putting, if this motherfucker walk down the stairs right now.
But all I got is what you made, though. Like, if you only made 26 tracks, and
if you killed those fucking 26 tracks, that puts you at an elite status. I don't give a fuck how many you can drop fucking 1 track. And if that shit is like the most mind-blowing shit I've ever heard in my life, yes, nigga, you gonna be on fucking
top. So everything could be whack but that 1 track?
No, I'm saying if that's the only thing you did.
Right. No, I'm saying, but if the album comes out and that 1 track's on there.
Consistently whack shit, why would you be a top lyricist? I ain't saying just because you had one hot, no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, because you can't, because some people, they just can't make fucking albums. They just can't.
But that's
they got bars.
They got bars.
They got bars.
They got bars.
Serious Jones had bars.
So that's
why
I can't put that shit. I'm not putting albums into it. So when you say that Biggie shit, he only had 2 albums. I don't give a fuck. He killed those 2 albums.
So here's the thing, Sherm. and don't retract because I like that what you said. Your third was Common. You had Common over Nas. Now explain the regular ass time why you'd have Common over Nasir Jones.
Well, we was talking strictly lyrics. I mean,
Bars. Yep.
Yeah, Common is damn impressive. And if we not going Common, I don't want to put him. We said all the time, if we were going like in the moment, Royce would be on my list, not Common. But Common's been rapping since 92, 93. I mean, he dropped I Used to Love Her. He shitting on Ice
Can I
Cube.
Borrow a Dollar was his first album.
You know what I'm saying? He dropped all kinds of shit.
Light.
He's got a classic album under his belt with just bars upon bar. Common is a talented MC. I've seen him do it live in person. I've seen him go off the top. When you call somebody a lyricist, I think of guys like Common and Tariq from fucking The Roots, aka Black Thought. You know, niggas like that. Like, I'm not even mad at the side thing. I get that. I'm just saying, like, I need more body of proof. Like, the guys on my list, they've been doing it for a long time. That's the only thing I say about it.
We don't
like,
believe you. We need more people.
They've been in the limelight for a long time.
Not
really,
even so
though.
much.
Not
Because
really.
like you said,
Common been in the limelight since fucking he came out.
No.
when did
Negative.
Common actually get some shine though?
So,
Like
like
2000?
Water for Chocolate.
That was like 98.
That was the light when he put the light. There are times.
Yeah,
It's
that was
98, right?
Yeah, it took him about
No,
5-6
not
years.
98.
To get on.
No, that's
So
2001.
when you,
really?
so he's been having shine since
Yes.
2001. What
Yes.
year is it?
17.
2017.
16,
Oh, okay.
16 years.
Oh, okay.
Well, answer me this though: if without,
You'll say no. It doesn't matter
But
how long
he's been out since 92.
No,
I mean,
because
Common-
you're basically saying that you're basically boiling it down to, because I got Saha on my list, that he can't. It's like it's a asterisk to it because he hasn't been in the game long enough.
He hasn't
When he
gained
has,
enough
he
start.
hasn't. He has been in the game.
But-
He just hasn't had the forefront.
That's
What
like
the
somebody
fuck?
telling me, you know, the year Derrick Rose won fucking rookie
MVP.
MVP. He's like, oh no, that nigga's top 5 for sure. He's 22. First of all,
Thank you.
He ain't fucked his leg up yet. We don't know. We don't know. I'm just saying, we don't know. His streak, his start is hot. I'll give him that. But I don't know. It's way more guys have been out here doing it longer. I mean, Pusha T's been doing it longer, and basically Pusha
Top
T's doing the
lyricist.
same
Yo,
shit
top
Saha's
lyricist
doing,
is
bro.
Same shit.
Top, no, he's
The
not.
dope
Top
talk.
lyricist.
Pusha T and
Top
Saha
lyricist.
are neck and neck.
Pusha T, where's Pusha?
With
Really?
content. With content.
Content.
Right?
What
Fuck
they
the
talk
content.
about,
Is
sure.
Pusha
Yeah.
T
the
the same?
lyrics.
Okay, let me ask you.
That's
'cause
a
you're
part of being a
Pusha T
lyrics.
fan.
I'm a huge
Is
Pusha T.
Pusha T and Saha the same person lyrically?
I won't say they're the same person, but they talk about the same shit.
Okay, they talk about
their
the same
con- their
shit. Are they the
context-
same lyrically? Can I talk about the same
listen,
shit?
their content
Whatever the fuck.
that could be argued.
That's a part of being a lyricist, though.
Yeah, because listen, we all know. So the reality is, Gene, who was fucking Pusha's brother out of the clips, was technically the doper lyricist.
Yeah, I agree with
than
that.
Push. Technically, if we
Yeah.
want to get technical, Gene was the doper lyricist out of the two. Nigga found Jesus, great, it's all good, awesome, great. Push had to now overcome that, right? That whole album with the crutches, crosses, caskets, people forget. He went into the booth and Puff did the beat. Puff Daddy did the beat. P Diddy did the beat and told that nigga it was trash. Go harder. And that's why he said in the verse, that's why I ain't got to rap with Puff back and forth about rap shit. Like, he went harder on the track. So to me, to Sharon's point, context-wise, they do rap about the same shit. Being in the game, being poor, being this is the same.
Selling dope. Yeah.
Selling dope is the same shit. Like,
And that's my only argument. Like, okay, you've been rapping so many years, but you only been telling me about how you sell dope. That's a part of being a lyricist, too. You got to make some shit that's, like, left field. I don't need Black Thought or Common to tell me how to sell dope, but can Saha drop a 199 Common verse? You know what I'm saying?
or I used to love her verse.
Yeah, can he do that? I don't know if he can. I don't think he can, so I can't put him on my list. You can, that's fine. I'm just saying, I can't.
That's a good argument, man. It's a good argument.
So what I'll do for everyone is I'm going to post Saha ciphers that I feel
All
are,
6 of them?
and since it's become a thing about he only talks about dope, which he doesn't. But
That's well, yeah.
because like on
the album,
on the
on the
solo
album,
Paul verse, he's not talking about. He don't say shit about dope. He's talking about female.
on the album, he was
So-
talking a lot of dope.
No, he was.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
no dope
And I
on
think
Sunday.
that was
Yeah,
an
yeah.
album. It was a concept. It was a thing. That's what fucking artists do. That's
But
what
like I
Push
said,
always
he-
does.
he
That's
doesn't
what Jay-Z
have
does.
a lot to go
They
on.
do that shit, and I get that. I get what you're saying. You're saying like what they're talking about. I'm saying the way that they talk about it. That is what I'm talking. The skill set. That ability to put those words together the way. I don't give a fuck what they're talking about.
You don't care about
it's the way. No, I don't.
Content.
When I'm talking about lyrics, it's the way that they can do it. That's why I can enjoy, as T calls it, rapidy rap. Well, both of y'all call it rapidy rap. With Eminem. I don't give a fuck about what he's talking. It's the way that he can play with the words and the way he uses them. It's like,
and that's why I didn't say anything about Eminem.
I know
because
you didn't.
he's probably got the lyrical greatest skill set I've ever seen.
And that's what I mean.
But chooses not to right now.
And that's the thing.
But he don't really say nothing potent that'll hit you hard.
Right. And that's what I'm saying.
Fine.
I understand that completely. I can say that about people that's on my top 5. They don't do that shit. The only one I would say.
You could put Migos in there like.
No.
They ain't talk about shit.
No.
But the flow is great.
No.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, flow is different. We'll get into that. That's probably another conversation.
That's
Top 5 flow.
Migos. They're dope.
Tell me something.
But there are no fucking way in hell you can even begin to
bars.
breathe them being as lyricists.
But to your point is
ever.
To your point is M though, as far as rapidy rap, you're not caring what he says, the way he delivers it. That's two different things. Delivery and lyrics are two different
All
things.
right, so I just thought about one person that should have been on all our list somewhere if we talking strictly lyrics. Big Punisher.
He would have been number 7 for me.
That nigga had a song called Super Lyrical. I'm trying to. I might see. This is why I can't just.
He's number 7. He was number 7. And I listened to the last one we did, the quarterly one, and he was my.
He was there.
He was like my
almost.
He was my 6 about to go into the 5th.
There's another
spot.
guy with not a lot of content though.
But killed it though.
Yeah, and I agree with that. But the potency of it, of just being lyrical, was fucking crazy. Big Pun. Big L, Big Pun, them type of dudes.
Big
And
L.
that's what I'm saying.
Big L,
and that's
Big L
what I'm
could be
saying.
another
Like
one.
that's how I feel about Sci-Hi. Like I feel like he doesn't. Okay, he doesn't have the body of work, but he has shit out there. He's been on features galore. And he like when he spits some shit. Like you have artists like fucking Royce the 5'9", who lyrically right now
probably
is killing it.
2. Yeah.
Like killing it right now lyrically. If you want to go like not no all time shit.
No, right.
Royce
in
is
this
up
moment,
there right now.
He might be.
This
the guy
nigga
right
has
now.
said that Sci-Hi is better than him.
Right, but here's my thing. We're giving too much sci praise. In my opinion, it's just.
I don't think so. I think he needs to shine. I agree, but
this is
I'm
why
just trying
I feel
to gauge where we are.
Like he doesn't get on top. Because
niggas
niggas like,
him.
fuck up Sci-Hi.
Niggas like him.
Like
Right
the
here.
nigga
I never
been.
been a slipper. That's a house shoe. Ooh, like what, nigga?
Hey, listen, it's worse bars out here. We got a little top 5 album to discuss, and one of my top 5 albums this year, Sci-Hi is shitting on. You give me worse Sci-Hi verse and the shitting on every verse
This
on this
nigga
album.
said
But
he has
that's a whole
niggas
nother
that's
issue.
cripping so hard that all they eat is seafood. Nigga, you just okay.
I was
Sci-
close.
Sci-
Now you
Sci-Hi's
because your ass was just like that shit was cold. Now it's
But here's that type of shit don't even fly in the game no more. So it's not necessary. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing or nothing that he's doing it, like the similes and the metaphors. But it's not what you need to be the top guy.
Yeah, like that Luda shit. I blow them up. Balloons. Basic Day Parade.
Those are ass.
That was
Those are
that
ass
was always
bars,
ass.
okay?
It was never
Yeah.
good.
All right, so here,
Ever.
so here's
That was ass.
that's what
That was never
I blow
good.
them up.
Ever.
Balloons.
That
like
was
nigga,
never,
what?
ever
That's
good.
like the
Ever.
nigga shit.
Those
It's going down. Basement.
Those
That
are
shit
called
was
ass
never
bars.
good.
like
okay?
like
Ever.
I'm
Yeah.
a star. Sheriff badge. Like
was
come on,
never
dog.
good.
Never.
Trash. But listen, what is good? 2017 has brought us a lot of shit, right? Musically, hip hop. 2017 has been on the map. And I'm proud to actually look back at albums that released in 2017 as far as hip hop is concerned, because you start to kind of dive into it. There were some pretty dope albums this year, musically in hip hop, that these artists brought us. So I'm gonna ramble through these first, 4 or 5. So one that comes to mind, no particular order. We got Damn, we got Kendrick, we got More Life, Drizzy Drake. We got Big Sean, I Decided. We got Flower Boy, Tyler the Creator. And 444, Jay-Z. So those 5 albums. Kendrick, Drake, Sean, Tyler, Jay-Z. Thoughts?
As far as what? Those are what?
Whatever. These
two
are
of
albums that
those-
released this year.
2 of those are really good. The rest,
Two
they get bumped down the
meaning
list somewhere.
444 and Kendrick.
yeah. Damn and 444.
Let's not discredit
No, the shit
Fucker.
you named, I'm
Fucker.
totally discrediting.
Fucker.
No,
More
to be
Life.
honest, More Life was somewhere in the back, like 8, 9, 10. The Flower Boy was pretty solid.
Listen, right.
That was a solid. It was
Tom doesn't
solid.
like
It's sort of late in the back too. Personally, I put the Badass in my top 5. You didn't even mention.
Yeah, I didn't
Joey
mention that All American Badass, aka American
Yeah,
Badass.
Solid album. The Vince Staples is somewhere in there also.
Vince Staples is trash.
You don't like Vince Staples?
Oh, excuse me. I'm thinking let me take that out of context. Vince Staples is that nigga. Vic Mensa is trash.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All
right. Too many V's thrown in there.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but like, listen, like, damn, but we already know. Kendrick, K-Dot, cool. It's Kendrick. Boom. Jay-Z, we know. Boom. Spectacular album. Drake, you got to understand the way he released this. A nigga like me and anybody else, that's why that Virginia Black bottle is sitting up there, went and spent $37 for a fifth at his local store. This is day before.
You know what this is called?
That's called Cotton Hype.
Listen, it's called marketing, motherfucker.
It's great marketing. Because I went and bought a bottle.
That's got nothing to do with quality of album.
Listen. I went and bought a bottle of Virginia Black. Never had Virginia Black before. As soon as I gave it to y'all niggas, it's tasty. This is pretty good. Sweet. I like it. Tell you it's Drake's juice. You're like,
stop.
Like cologne bottle.
Virginia Drake. Listen, Virginia Black.
Wait. Let's get to real facts.
Yeah.
Let's be.
Can I tell a story?
Transparent.
Can I tell a story?
How long has that bottle been empty?
Can I tell a story?
When was the last time you had Virginia
More
Black?
Life, nigga.
Okay. Yeah, when it dropped, nigga. Okay. That was earlier this year. You ain't drank that shit since.
Listen, anywho.
Exactly.
I went out.
Drake's album was...
Listen. No, don't give it a thumbs down, bitch, because it wasn't a thumbs down.
11 to 15, at least.
Get the fuck out of here. No, anywho.
Stop it.
Drizzy Drake dropped the album. Call it the hype of most anticipated, highly anticipated album, whatever you want to call it.
No.
It was dope. No, it was, listen, the internets and everybody else was labeling it one of the most highly anticipated albums of the year, period. Drake dropped, More Life came out, got the Virginia Black, listened live, like regular ass Tom did, but doesn't want to admit it, to OVO Sound Radio on Apple Music. Great marketing, like you mentioned, and played the album live. So we all knew he was in London at the time. There was Snapchats and tweets and Instagram shit all up, showing Drake at the club playing the whole album for whoever in London at the time. And then obviously there's a time difference. So here on the East Coast, we got it that next morning, and I was listening live, similar to the Dr. Dre release. Okay. I listened live to Compton. That was ass, but we all fell into the marketing play of, this is Dr. Dre. Oh, shit. So as I'm drinking my Virginia Black with my candle lit, and I just got out the shower. More Life played.
Wow.
More Life played the back. Regular ass Tom and I were exchanging text messages how dope certain tracks were. And it was dope because it gave you a variety of the street shit with Free Smoke. You got into that. You got into the Black Coffee, Superman-esque / Georgia Smith joint, right? You got into the Quavo shit. He had the Migos shit on there. I mean, it was a bunch of dope shit, right? So for me, More Life was dope. Big Sean, I decided, took a little time to wear on me, personally. I know niggas that loved it right off the back. I hated the fucking Eminem and Big Sean, wake up, that shit. It took a while for that to kind of grow on me, right? It didn't hit me like I feel the M track or Sean track should have done, but I ended up liking the I Decided album. American Badass, the second half of that album was dope. First half was trash.
I think from like track 5 on is just a great album. To me,
second half,
like, you know, Super Predator might be one of my favorite tracks of the year. But that Joey Badass is a real good. You could tell he's a fan of hip hop. He grew up with hip hop.
All his shit sounds like 90s fucking New York shit.
But
like,
that album is a pretty conscious album, content wise. But you know what I'm saying? Personally, the More Life, you sound like you were more impressed with the packaging than the album.
No, that was great. I still listen to the album. Go back and listen to the album.
Do you?
I do. I listened to the album last week.
Did you?
I promise you I did.
Did you?
I promise you I did. That's how I found out about.
Really?
That's how I found out about Snow Allegra, who just came to Detroit a couple weeks ago, like last week or 2 weeks ago, and so I dived into Georgia Smith's.
Nothing wrong with that.
You know, Instagram. So yeah, I mean, 40 and Noah, Noah Shabib. I mean, 40. He helped look into some other shit. Like
I ain't gonna lie, that album it didn't do nothing for me.
You're just not a Drake fan. Nigga.
I am a Drake fan, but that album didn't do nothing for me. I'll take that 2 Chainz over that. That's another album I'll take over that. That's what
we'll get into. So we'll get into Pretty Girls Love Trap Music also.
One of my favorite albums this year.
Hendrix. So Future dropped two joints. Right?
I didn't care for either one of those. To be honest with you.
Right. Neither did I. There was a couple tracks, whatever. Migos Culture album, great album.
It's okay.
No, great album.
I'll take it over to Drake. I would.
It's so sad. That came out. Gucci Mane got released from prison.
Drop Top WAP. I'm
Drop
definitely
Top-
taking it
Drop
over
Top-
the Drake album.
Anywho, this is not turned into a What to Take Over Drake episode, sir. Just talking about albums of 2017.
Nah, the Drop Top WAP was that was the shit.
It was decent. It had some bangers on there,
Yeah.
right? 21 Savage dropped the Issa album.
I didn't really like that one.
That
too
was
much.
ass.
Yeah,
Right.
It
That's too
sounds
young
like
for me.
everything.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
I'm too old for that one.
The only thing I will give him is credit, similar to Tyler the Creator's Flowerboy that you didn't like regular ass time.
Fuck that album.
Both those guys, Tyler and 21,
Mm-hmm.
they wrote and produced the entire album.
I respect the hustle.
Right?
I
Respect the
definitely
hustle,
respect
right?
the
So
hustle.
when you think about it, nigga,
Everybody
you
does
never
that
really
now.
heard
Who
of.
gives a fuck?
No, niggas are singing their own melodies and rapping regular ass time. No
Oh,
one produces their
I'm
album.
so
does it.
amazing. Fuck all that shit. Nobody gives a fuck.
Anywho, to the haters.
How does it sound to my ears?
Oh God.
It sounds like ass.
DJ Khaled with Grateful with Assad in the hot tub.
That was
One or two tracks to Drake's. Was it Fuck for Free was on there? Not was that album?
I'm not even
No,
sure.
it was
I don't think that was-
it was the
that was
Get It
that.
Right, Get It Right. The fucking
Yeah,
yeah.
that
It
was
was the that shit was on there. Rihanna
That
and
and
Tiller
Wild
was on
Thoughts.
there. Right, Wild Thoughts.
That was only 2 tracks.
It was maybe 2, maybe 3. All that shit when he started singing ABCs with him and Assad. I'm like, yo, what is this? Assad, let's go. A, B, C, D. And like Akon showed up out of nowhere. I'm like, what is this?
Look, Khaled's in a happy place. I'm happy for him, but I ain't.
Fuck all that
I
shit.
didn't fuck with that album, right?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Maybe
with,
next time.
Yeah, same thing with which I didn't listen to, but it was a big thing over the internets this year with Joe Budden talking to Lil Yachty's album, the Teenage Emotions shit.
Didn't even listen to it.
No, I didn't hear that one. That one.
I didn't listen to
Yachty is a guy that's like anti-lyrics.
Yes.
And I'm more of a beat guy.
That makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I can't do anti-lyrics. Like, he's one of them dudes that just raps. Like, yo,
Just says whatever the fuck.
I ain't mad at your movement or whatever. You got a following the fan base, cool, but it's not for me.
Yeah,
Bone
fuck.
Thugs and Harmony dropped the album. Didn't listen to
Next.
What?
it. New Waves is the
I'll forget it in a few
Sherman's
seconds.
favorite artist. Raekwon also dropped the album.
That shit
It was
was
actually
ass.
pretty fire. No, I thought
That
it was
shit was
fire.
ass.
You didn't like it? I
It
thought it
sounded
was
like
dope.
his last shit.
Now, you can't forget Detroit's own T Grizzly.
T Grizzly.
My moment.
I didn't really care too much for that album, though. But
It all sounded the same. Wow, wow, wow. It all to me, like his production. He's talking that shit, and that's cool. It's
Yeah.
real shit. Like the whole First Day Out shit reached all the way to the West Coast and around the world. Great success with that.
I ain't mad at that.
I'm not mad at that at all. Like awesome success. But it it had the same sound. Like no effort sounded like First Day Out to me. I can do that shit with no effort. Wah,
Trust
wah,
me.
like it all. The niggas prayed on my downfall. It all sounded the same to me. It sounded like one big mashup of the same shit.
Trust
like
me, man. I mean, I've been
like-
listening to hip hop since like 1986, like literally. And it's no malice when you say these things to me. I get what you're saying. Like, hey, this music. Grizzly's from here. I appreciate how he blew up. I just don't like his music like that, to be honest with you.
yeah, I don't.
know what I'm
Same
saying? It's
with
cool,
same
but-
with Yellow Wolf. Never really fuck with Yellow
He's
Wolf.
got some tracks I fuck with.
He did.
Both of them.
And to that point, I didn't know he had a daughter that fucking drowned
Damn,
or whatever. And he raps about that. I was like,
A daughter
what
that drowned.
Yeah, like she got out in the house out the house in the middle of the night, and he lives.
And he has
like,
a pool?
No, he lives like on a farm or whatever. And she went out to a lake that they always go and sit out at every morning,
And jumped
he
in the
couldn't
lake?
find her, and he found her She
Floating?
was drunk. Yeah,
That's
she
pretty
was floating.
sad right there. Now,
Yeah, it was because it's how it comes on. Like it's real. Like it's one of those like beats. It's like real, like deep and dark. Like I was like, damn, I'm feeling this shit. And he just like telling the story. It's no chorus or nothing like that. And then it's like as it goes on, you're like, oh shit, what the fuck's about that? Like he's a good storyteller. That's what I'm getting
Well,
to.
thanks for the
Yeah.
dark and deep, depressing
No, I'm
fucking
just saying,
facts.
like a lot of people don't be checking for Yellow Wolf like
Yeah,
that, but
that's
he's
true.
actually dope as fuck.
That's true because I earlier this week, you know what I'm saying, I was Spotifying it up like always, and it actually played a bunch of his shit. And I was kind of impressed.
No,
it wasn't like when he first came around. I heard him. I'm like, it sounded like Bubba Sparks Part 2.
No, hell no.
But
he's definitely not that.
But yeah,
Definitely not that.
Later
I've been
on,
traveling for some time.
Like his
he's-
album
he's nowhere near
before
that,
his,
yeah.
I can't remember the name of it, but the album before this one, that album was
Got some shit on it,
crazy. And you know his mixtapes are crazy. He dropped those trunk music mixtapes where it's like shit for niggas that's got like subs and shit. And he kills
it's for niggas that
shit.
have subs.
No, for real. Like it's
Is he still on M's album?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he on Shady
Okay.
Records.
So
M's on the album.
So
Okay.
also not to forget some of the whack shit that 2017 brought us. Why we mentioned all these fire ass albums. I had no Big Boy drop the album. Boomiverse.
It sounds
that
like
bad.
It sounds like every other Big Boy album.
Mike Will Ransom 2.
That was
I like
whack.
that. I like
I like
some shit
like
on
3 tracks.
Two
You
tracks.
said you
for me.
hated it.
Yeah, I hated it.
I like 3 tracks. That was it.
Wale Shine.
I don't even think I listened to it.
Toilet. Future's Future. Remy Ma, Fat Joe's Plata La Ploma.
I like that album.
Wasn't interested.
Trash. Rich Homie Quan dropped the album.
Nope. Wasn't interested.
I didn't know he did that.
Vic Mensa.
Nope.
And Sherm's favorite, Wu-Tang. The saga continues.
Wu-Tang. I didn't hear that one. I want to check that one out. Is that the one the fucking pharmacist
I
dude
don't
bought?
think so. The Fed's trying to find an album.
Oh wow,
He about to go to jail or some shit, so they're trying to find it, and they can't find it.
that's crazy.
Like he hid that bitch somewhere. Fuck
Wu-Tang.
that
Shout out to, shout out to Sid for Finn.
That's not hip hop, but okay.
That is hip. Sid's hip hop. Stop. It's not popular music.
She doesn't rap.
Yes, she does.
Okay.
It's all about me as a rap song.
Okay.
Anywho,
That's the dumbest fucking statement of 2017.
Chief
How
Keef,
about
you
that?
fuck. How about that? Chief Keef was
Chief
out.
Keef. I thought he was just producing me.
That
I didn't know
shit
he
just
was-
came out like last week.
Oh yeah, I didn't
Trash.
hear
You
that
got
one.
a chance to listen to it.
Trash.
I haven't heard
ASAP
that one.
Mob.
I didn't like it as much as the first one.
didn't
Correct.
either.
The Cozy
Young
Touch was
Dolph,
dope.
Bulletproof. 2 tracks on there.
I
from
like
Yellow.
that one. There's some
I like
shit
the
on
intro.
there.
That's about it.
Yeah.
100 Shots is my shit.
Yeah, that's it.
Wyclef dropped the album.
Fuck Wyclef.
Really?
Yep. It's called it's Carnival 3.
Can we mention Logic?
The Fall and Rise
Yeah,
of
you didn't
Refugees.
mention
It didn't come out
Logic.
this week.
Yeah,
it didn't come out
came
this year.
Yes, it did, nigga.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Not according to
that
the
Well,
album,
fuck what that site says. It came out this year.
bro,
nigga.
everybody
according to the
dropped in like summer and
Oh my
spring
God.
time.
French
bro.
Montana was the last person on there.
God no.
Logic's album was dope.
Yeah, don't sleep on Logic.
whatever
Yeah,
the fuck y'all
Logic's.
talking
I don't. If people still sleeping on Logic,
They
that's
definitely
fucked
are
up.
sleeping on Logic. People are
Yeah.
definitely sleeping on Logic.
Yes, because yeah,
It doesn't matter anymore. He's done.
He's making some shit.
He said, "Fuck it."
Everybody. Okay. Everybody did come out in 2017.
Yeah, it came out like fucking summertime.
Yeah, he's,
Bobby Tarantino was whack, but go ahead.
No, I didn't care for Bobby Tarantino. I give you that.
Trash
one.
rocks.
But Logic is a hell. If you were to tell me like right now, if we did a top 6, just right now in the moment, Logic's in my top
That's
6.
why
for
I
sure.
don't understand how you don't like Logic. I don't understand that.
It's probably because he's mixed.
What?
The fuck?
What does being mixed have to do with anything?
I don't know. You the fucking one that said
It
it.
has everything to do with that.
But I
Anything.
literally don't understand how you don't like Logic. Like
Why?
he raps exactly the way that the type of shit you're into.
What's the
That's
type of
what
shit
I
I'm
don't
into?
get. You want some shit that has something to say, like a story, and all this shit like that has no content. That's what you fucking want. He does that shit, and yet you be like, yeah. I fucking hate Logic. Yeah, that's exaggerated. Yeah.
Logic hasn't gotten that cosign that Tico needs.
That makes
for
zero
approval.
sense to me.
Yeah.
Like 0 sense to
It's okay. Maybe I'll one day.
me. No, it won't happen.
Hopefully one
Who
day.
gives a fuck?
One
Doesn't
day.
matter.
Is that the other white guy? Logic's, yeah, the big, tall white dude from the Bay, right?
He's not white.
who's that
that's
nigga?
Or from the
Jet
Bay.
G-Eazy. That's what I'm talking about.
And
I like
no.
G-Eazy. You like G-Eazy better than
You
Logic?
like G-Eazy
like
over
G-
Logic?
I'm asking.
No, I don't.
All right.
You like G-Eazy over Logic? What kind of nigga are you?
You don't know. What the fuck
Production.
you don't mean? Yes
Production.
or no,
I
nigga?
gotta-
Production, they don't produce shit.
That'll be a great argument.
No, it's not. What the fuck? That's like saying is Jay-Z or Lil Yachty. Like,
Come on now. That's two different extremes.
no, it's not.
G-Eazy is a popular guy right now, but he
Exactly.
is not Logic, okay?
G-Eazy is like a fucking, what's the bitch? Cardi B.
He's a hot artist, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
it. He's a
yeah.
Cardi B. That's it.
Like, yeah, people,
Wait.
know. He's got the
G-Eazy
E40
is a Cardi B?
cosign.
Yeah,
The
he
male
just
Cardi
got
B?
he got a hot track. That's it.
No, he's got a bunch of hot tracks. I won't front on him. He's been
Yeah,
putting out
but,
hits for a little while
he's
now.
like he's not Logic. He doesn't have shit to say. I mean,
Nah, he ain't got bars.
he
though.
ain't got bars
Nah,
like that.
ain't
He
got bars.
doesn't.
And that's yeah, he ain't got bars.
And that's why I really don't get. It's kind of like with the whole Saha thing. Like I get with Saha because he hasn't put shit out, but Logic has had 3. Now I'm not gonna say 4 because that I would agree with you. Bobby Tarantino was ass, but he's had 3 albums that have been amazing.
Yeah.
like production
You said
wise.
Bobby Tarantino has 3 albums. Been amazing.
No, I
No,
said except for
Logic.
Bobby Tarantino.
I was like, what in the?
He has had 3 albums that are like
especially the first one. That's-
amazing. Like you listen to them, they have a dope ass story. It's about him traveling in space and like talking to the AI and all that shit. Like, it's just crazy. Like, you've never heard shit like that.
Logic is an artist, and I'll give him that. He's the guy that's giving you like a whole entire concept. He's not just giving you a random verse and a stupid hook. You know, like, oh no, he's gonna give you a whole album, an experience. I give you that one. Logic is heavily slept on. He dropped a track about depression earlier this year.
And it's like, it's still,
you know
like, top 5. Like, it's breaking all kinds of records as far as many.
So don't let BTFT, because he don't know what's going on.
He don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Clearly
Go
not.
YouTube some Logic or whatever, you know.
Okay.
My favorite joint is probably Under Pressure. That's the shit right
that's
there.
my shit. That's my album.
So YouTube that. You'll be okay.
You'll be straight.
So were you straight when you saw Mr. Hova himself, Jay-Z's concert? Jay-Z's been touring. A rumor is, or the current knowledge is, that Jay-Z's concerts has not been selling out, period. Hova may be too old or just doesn't have that mass appeal that he once had, right? So he recently went on, who's the man, Dave Beckett or whoever, the dude from, did his recent interview, nappy hair and all. Come on, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Was the other jacket
I know what you're talking about. I don't know the guy, but I know what you're talking about.
Motherfucker. Yeah. So he had the 32-minute interview, which was highly edited. That's fine. Like, a nigga knows me, even though it was edited like crazy, but that's cool. So Jay-Z's been touring, 444 tour. I personally passed like Steve Nash on it. I didn't have to spend my money, regardless if it was only $29.99 a ticket for 200 level seats, or I don't even know if it was a meet and greet this time with Jay. I don't think it was at all, actually. Either way, he came into your city. LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Big Sean were all here in Detroit for the concert that he put on. And, I didn't go. Regular ass Tom went. You could talk about all the special effects and all that jazz. But the several times I've personally seen Jay-Z perform, it's cool to go if you've never been, right? Mm-hmm. But for me personally, the reason I passed on this one is simply because I didn't want to go and pay for another concert where I'm rapping back lyrics to Jay-Z. Personally, I didn't want to feel like I had to stand up and spit every line back to him. That wasn't my ideal way to spend a Friday night.
Isn't that what Kendrick did?
I don't know what that means, but
it means exactly that. I didn't want to spend my money to rap back lyrics to Jay-Z. That wasn't my personal ideal night, because I've seen him several times. Seen him tour at Mary J. Blige, seen him here with Kanye West on the Watch the Throne tour, so on and so forth. I've seen him several times. To me, Jay-Z is not a great entertainer, right? When I went with Throne and Mary J. and whoever, like, Kanye is a great entertainer. Kanye is going to give you the shock value, the wow value. How so? He's going to dance around. He's going to jump off of shit. The pillar he was on, his pillar was the only pillar that rose 80 feet in the air and turned completely red, and he's rapping above everybody on some fucking weird chanting I am a god type shit, and then lowered down. Meanwhile, his curtain goes black and Jay-Z's on the other side with his Blue Yankee on, tilted, same shit, eyes low, mic to the face, doing his thing. Jay-Z ain't dancing. Jay-Z's not giving me a shock value. It's dope because the song's on. Right? That's on. And I'm rapping. I feel like I'm rapping back. So me personally, that's why I passed. But you, however, went. Tell us about that.
It was, I've also seen Jay-Z. This was my 4th time seeing him. And I personally enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was.
Why, though?
It was visually... It was different. Visually, it was amazing to me. It was like, the best way I could describe it was, we all know how like Jay-Z is big on like art and stuff like that. It came off to me like an art piece. The whole concert, like just the way that they did it. Like, it wasn't just a nigga up there just rapping. Like, there was a lot more to it this time. Like, I've never seen that out of him. And like I said, I've seen him 3 times previously, and that is what, just how he describes it, that is how it was those times. But this time it wasn't. There was a lot, it reminded me a lot of, not necessarily like Kanye, but it's reminded me a lot of how, because I go to concerts a lot, and I see different artists, they'll use like different things to kind of enhance their concert. and he had like 3 huge screens, but they were like double-sided, and he had screens positioned all over, like huge screens, and they would like move and stand up, go vertical. But it was just, I mean, it doesn't, explaining it doesn't do it justice. The way he integrated it into like just the different songs and the concert itself was just dope as fuck. And you know, as you mentioned, like the Kanye, his stage raised up and all, he had that, it went up, and he had different, like the lighting effects was like just dope as fuck. And it was just like he had the main thing about it was on the screens at some parts, it would jump to pieces. It looked like somebody had an old handheld video camera, and it's got like the little date at the bottom and all that shit. It was just dope shit. And like he would blend like songs. Like I went to the one in Cleveland, and he did one of Bones songs, like the beat, but he was rapping, I think it was 99 Problems, I think, to it or whatever. And then like Guru was there, his like engineer or DJ or whoever he is.
Yeah.
And they were doing like beats on the spot. So they were like, it wasn't like, oh, just a song would come on. Like he would like blend it like so perfectly, or he would like just give you bits and pieces of a track and then eventually build up to, the track. And it for me, it was dope. And his message, there was one point where it was a little girl in the audience, and he like stopped the concert and, was talking to the girl or whatever. And like he, was having her come up to the stage, and like the security was being an ass, and he was like, yo, my man, just chill, let her up, whatever. And just told her, you can be whatever you want to be, and this, that, the other. It was a moment that he just like really connected with the crowd, and I thought that was dope. And it was good. Like Vic Mensa was there, he opened up, that shit was ass. But the concert itself, I was impressed. Like I was impressed, and for it to, they say it's not selling out and stuff like that. That shit was full when I was there.
I mean, Jay-Z not selling out. I think he's pissed off a lot of people with money, aka white people.
Yeah.
The things he said, you know what I'm saying? Niggas speak their mind too much.
Yep.
It always bites them, somehow, some way. I think Jay-Z is not impervious to that kind of shit. So a lot of people don't like what he said about the Colin Kaepernicks and shit like that. So I think that's got a little bit to do with it. I haven't been to this concert. I didn't go to this one this time. But that one, and I think the fact that 444 dropped like 5 months ago is kind of, where's the momentum at, man? This is a microwave society shit. If you dropped the album last week, I need you to be on tour this week. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think that might have a little bit to do with it. But
yeah, I enjoyed it though.
Solid album.
It was good. I mean, that was probably my top album of this year. Probably ahead of Kendrick, and then not a shameless plug or nothing, but Rose Gold, their album like just blew my mind. Like I'm still listening to that like crazy over a lot of like popular shit. Like I prefer that. Like if I had to do albums in order, it would be 444, Damn, and then Rose Gold's album.
I can't be mad at that.
To me, that's the order it would go in. So.
That's a solid list for Christmas, man.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. And on that note, internets, we're going to take a small break. Give y'all a chance to get up, stretch your legs, go to the water cooler, do what it is that you do. But we're going to be back. I want you to listen to these freshly made beats. And stay tuned. Brew Tigers for the show.
Pop-ups, one sneaker swap, and a shitload to do. But I never forget my home. When I'm not awkwardly putting on my skinny jeans with my chubby ass, I listen to Blue Tigers Fitted Crew on the Blue Tiger Fitted podcast. Did you just hear that noise? Button just popped on my skinny jeans. Shout out to Double Chalupas. Let's go!
Blue Tigers Fitted show. Internets, we're back. Apologies for that long first half, but we had a lot of shit to get off our chest. And we had to get it to you and get it to you the way that we can deliver it. So that's just what it was. We appreciate you hanging in there. And all is well. Shout out to Freshly Made Beats for that interlude music that you may have heard. And it was like, what are those beats? Do they come up with them themselves? Yes, we do. It's all organic here in Detroit. But jumping right in, just keeping things rolling. Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers, Eminem, a.k.a. I Lost My Bet to Regular Ass Time. Sherm and I are taking all kind of L's in 2017 because clearly Regular Ass Time is taking the W's. You know, one of the W's at Regular Ass Time won. And as if you don't recall, if you don't remember our past shows, Sherm and Tom had a bet. Bet was that, hey, I'm going to pay for your fucking ticket to go see Jay-Z because you're not going to be listening to 444 till October. Lo and behold, Regular Ass Time was like, challenge! and it was accepted. And Regular Ass Time clearly listened to Jay-Z all the way through October and is still listening to Jay-Z.
Yep, listened to it twice today, actually.
And the reason that Regular Ass Time got a chance to go see the concert is all thanks to Scumbag Sharon.
Well, kind of, sort of, but, you know.
Kind of, sort of, kind of.
All
Shout
thanks.
out to Regular Ass Time.
Yeah, and apparently next year, you know, myself, BTFT, will also be front row with, say, Regular Ass Time, paying for his tickets to see Aubrey Graham perform live somewhere, wherever he might be. Because I lost my bet.
We're going to see Eminem. The bet was we're going to see Aubrey Graham if he didn't come out.
That's correct. So now you got to make me go see Eminem front
Yep.
Great.
Rapidy rap.
Well, let's just hope, for my sake, that Eminem never tours this album. And the Revival album that will be out by the time you hear this, should be out by the time you hear this, on December 15th. Also releasing with Star Wars along with NERD. So there's quite a few different releases dropping that day on December 15th. Either who, Eminem's album, Old M versus New M. Scumbag Sherm, Old Eminem versus current Eminem.
Old Eminem all day. He seemed like he was more carefree with the words, I guess. Mm-hmm. Carefree with the lyrics. He, you know. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. When Eminem first came out, I don't really know too many guys who was rapping like him, like saying the shit he was saying, the way he was saying it.
Nobody.
So for that moment, that snapshot in time, Eminem was probably top of the game for sure, easy, number one in the game. But I don't know, somewhere after, probably around Proof passed away, you know what I'm saying, or got killed, you know what I'm saying, rest in peace. Lyrically, he didn't hit that level like he used to, unfortunately. So give me Old Eminem.
Old Eminem, for sure. I mean, you know, one of my I'll call it his government, Juan Rickman. Shout out to you, buddy. Actually put me on to Eminem way back when I was like, yo, man, who's this dude? And my name is. I was like, oh, that's whack. That's trash. Like, I literally called it trash the very first time I heard it. I was like, what is this? Because it was different. People are afraid of different things, right? Until I actually like decided, okay, let me just listen to this and see what more it's about. And I decided to like other tracks other than My Name Is. And then My Name Is Grew on Me. I hadn't listened to M past, Encore. You know, we all know the story and Proof dying and the depression and the pills and so on and so forth, and a life-changing event. Like when that nigga started to do that whole that little fucking puppet and the fucking whatever, that's just funny for a minute, but it kept going to me.
It didn't age well.
It didn't age well. It sounded like everything was like Tinker Toys shit made up, So me personally, I stopped from that perspective listening to M when it came to that. The Rihanna features, and we talked about it offline. Singing with the pop star Skylar Graves and things like that, kind of revitalized or kept him current somewhat or afloat. And he even admitted it. He admitted, was it Recovery or what album? Yeah, it was Recovery. Like, he's like, yo, it was too high. It was whack. Like, it was whack. I put it out. It was trash. Like, him himself admitting that just solidified with me, like, okay, thank God. I know you could do better than this because we've heard all these instant classics from him. So Revival, which is great marketing, back to the Drake reference, great marketing. Paul Rosenberg threw up the CD of Yellow Wolf and the Revival banner in the back, and everybody thought Revival was something, looked like a prescription drug, whatever, ad, right? So I think that's brilliant. That's genius in itself. We've heard Walk on Water with him and Beyonce, and we talked about it earlier. Skylar Grey's song of Walk on Water, and or the hook that he took from Skylar Grey. Rick Rubin did the song, I believe. And for me, it sounded like the freestyle when they were in the parking lot. Cooled down a little bit with a Beyonce on the hook. Personally, right? Like he's doing that. Like he's doing like he's like, to me he's doing that, and that's okay, right? Because like nothing stays the same. Right?
That's hilarious.
You
okay.
sound like them aliens from what was that? Mars
Attacks.
Mars Attacks.
That's hilarious.
Listen, I don't want him to be the same Marshall. I don't want him to be like 1998 Marshall. I'm not saying that. So don't take what I'm saying, internet's in the wrong context, right? Like I don't want that old M, because people have to evolve, and there's progress made throughout the years. People are different. You're not the same person you were 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I get it, but
yeah.
I'm predicting, and this is just me throwing early predictions out there, like the BTF crew is all done. I'm really hoping the album is great, and I'm gonna let Regular Ass Tom speak, because we talk about features, right? Early in the summer, he had, he's taking pictures with D9. Shout out to D9, but with him and 2 Chainz, him and
he has Beyonce, of course, Royce
right.
the 5.
Him and Royce were on there
Dr.
taking the picture.
Dre is on
him
there.
and Dre were taking the picture, right?
Big Sean is on there.
Him and Big Sean were taking
2
the picture.
Chainz, and then Kendrick Lamar.
Right, and then K-Dot. So now the question poses, internets, is, someone who we loved and adored as, an individual white guy, MC, stepping into the rap game, totally, like you said, a sound like no other. No one was rapping like that at all during the time he came out. To fast forward now to where it appears that without all these hot features, can this album sustain, or can Eminem sustain a decent album, a good album, minus all these features? 2 Chainz, the Big Sean's, Royce, all these people on there that is great. Can he make a good album without what Sherman I would call this rapidy rap? Regular Ass Time, what do you think, man?
I mean, I'm a huge Eminem fan. Always have been. I always will be, regardless if it's whatever the music is. But I personally, I'm hoping that just with the features he have, it's very hard for that to not be a hip hop based album. I don't see a 2 Chainz rapping over a guitar riff. I don't see that. Now, not saying that it's not possible, but I just don't see that. I don't see these artists, Big Sean, and because I personally liked the Big Sean and Eminem track on Big Sean's album. I actually liked it a lot.
Pats on the Patriots jersey.
But I just don't see a 2 Chainz, or I know that Eminem and Kendrick song can be whack, because they've had one before, and it was
Yeah.
What song?
it was some honky tonk shit, huh?
Yeah, it was-
on the Marshall Mathers LP too.
It was not.
on there.
It was
I
not.
didn't even
good.
It
listen to
was
that.
It was not.
horrible.
I didn't even listen to that album.
This was like right. I don't even think Kendrick was his first album out.
I
Good
think
know,
Kid,
I
Man
think
City
it's
or
first
around that
80,
time.
I think
Section
it's
80.
no. Good Kid, Man
Good
City.
Kid,
I think it was
yeah.
around that time.
Really?
Yeah, so it was. You could clearly tell though it was probably recorded before. It's definitely ass. Anyway, I don't see a Kendrick now being on. My fear is the guitar riff. That's my fear. I don't like that.
It's a lot of
I
Rick
didn't
Rubin,
pay
though.
attention to it.
A ton of Rick Rubin.
I didn't pay attention to it until I want to say Sherm said it about the guitar riff, and then now from Recovery on,
Thanks,
anytime
scumbag.
I listen to it, it's like, fuck, he's right. Like, this shit sucks, and it's like the best. I think the best M we've had was when he was on the Despicable freestyle. But that was before Recovery came out, so that's like 8 years ago. That was the last time I can remember hearing Eminem on a straight up just hip hop beat that didn't have guitars in it.
But even then, he was like vomiting,
And I'm fine with that. See, I actually enjoy that. I enjoy that. I enjoy the way wordplay. I'm cool with that.
He's an MC first.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. That's not my problem. The thing is the guitar riff shit, the pop artist singing a hook shit. I'm tired of that. Like
the formula, bro.
That's irritating to me. Yes, it makes him millions and millions and millions of dollars. So of course he's gonna go with that. Of course. But Eminem, you're up there in age, okay? You're already like really reserved. You're not you it's like you come out, you do your thing, and then you go back and
chill
into reclusion, whatever the fuck you do. Which is fine. That's great. I don't know how many more times you're going to do that. So if anybody that knows Eminem, particularly Denon,
Royce,
Royce, whoever I'm speaking to, if you're happen to be listening, could you please, I mean, his album's already made.
Album's done.
But we need, even if this album isn't that, we need one more album that's just straight hip hop shit.
It's not gonna be.
No, I'm just.
Are
you listening to what
I'm
the fuck
hearing
I'm
what you're
saying?
saying.
Just let me have my moment.
That always pisses me off.
Just give us a hip hop album. Just like just.
Because Eminem is still a hip hop head first. The man has Alchemist. The Alchemist, who might be arguably one of the greatest producers ever, if not the greatest in some people's minds, you know, is literally like his show DJ. Like, bro, you got the Alchemist. You know what kind of trove of fucking beats Eminem has at his disposal? Is probably like, okay, I will ask you to listen to Microphone, D12 freestyle. It's a Slaughterhouse song called Microphone, but Eminem and D12 rapped over it. Eminem just murders the fucking beat, and I'm like, yo, where is this at?
Yep.
Why are we not getting this album?
Why do you think that though? Why do you think?
I
Why do you think
think
that we don't get that in?
Honestly, I think
the machine is bigger.
No,
like,
I think he's doing what he likes. I think he likes that.
He likes what?
The guitar riffs and shit. He enjoys. I mean, he is white. I mean, what the fuck?
I don't think it's that. I think it's the formula. It works. It works for him.
The other shit worked. He sold more doing the Eminem, the Slim Shady LP and the Marshall Mathers LP than any of his other albums combined. Those were the ones that made him money. Now, single-wise...
How much of that was shock, though? He took the whole little white kid nation by storm because he was the first real credible white kid with bars that, like, everybody had to look at and go, you know what?
I can't help it, but Jesus Christ. Yeah, he murdered it.
So, put that on top when he say Elvis Presley's the game. I mean, he admits that, so...
Well, let me ask you this. So we know a little bit, not a lot, a little bit about Eminem's lifestyle. Okay, we know
lifestyle.
He had a house that sold here, and it was still they showed they showed the house. He still had wallpaper and shit up. Okay,
yeah, he seems like a humble dude.
So very humble dude. So being that he
so
does
like guitar riffs.
that's what I'm saying. Like, so is that
like Sunday?
So I don't. That's what makes me think. Like, does he really do this shit for money?
No.
And that's what I'm saying. So that's why I say I think he might actually like the guitar riff shit.
No.
I don't think it's a formula. He might like it.
Yeah,
because this is a guy.
He's an MC, but he's an MC first.
And I think he just found that blend. I hate to say that because I don't like it. I don't. But I think he's found that because this nigga does not need to fucking do shit for money.
My thing.
He doesn't need to follow a formula. This is Eminem. That's
thing.
Like fucking saying, I don't fucking know. That's like fucking Jay-Z saying, oh yes, I have to follow. Get the fuck out of here. It's Jay-Z. What the fuck?
And I agree with you because it's not that I don't care for the guitar riff songs. It's like, yo, you give me one of them every time. It was like back when No Limit was on top, there was always I Miss My Homies track on every No Limit album.
That's true.
Like, yo, I don't need that every album.
Very true.
That's a waste of song to me. Like, the first time he did it, what was it? I think Sing for the Moment. That was the fucking shit.
Sing for it.
You know what I'm saying? That was a dope song. I'll give him that one. But you don't need to Sing for the Moment 5 straight times after that. Like, all right, calm down.
I'm hoping everybody's seeing it. I mean, I would say, Dr. Dre executive produced it. That makes it, but Compton was whack. So
I don't know what that means anymore.
That doesn't even mean anything anymore. But
I don't know.
the only thing I'm hoping,
I don't think that. But go ahead.
The only thing I'm hoping of is both these motherfuckers is rich beyond they could ever need.
So I hope
I'm
he comes
hoping
back
they
with
just
something
going.
to prove.
You know what?
Then.
We need to drop a. I hope they went into it like we just need to drop a dope ass fucking album.
So here's my prediction.
Get these dope ass features.
So
let's
get final thoughts. Here's my final thoughts on this.
Oh.
Like everybody on this subject. I'm hoping and praying because I'm a true Eminem fan, and I know what he's capable of. We all know what he's capable of lyrically and what he can provide content wise. It's not easy to do, being that this is 17 plus years, 20 years his senior, right, in the game since his album has been out. It's not easy to do, right? It's like LL Cool J doing I'm Bad and then they're coming back doing Lounging. It's like, yo, you're a different guy. Okay, right?
Apples and oranges.
Yeah.
LL didn't write his shit.
Ladies love Cool James, but it's neither here nor there, right? I'm bad. But I'm just saying, we know what he's capable of. He's, like, to your point, Tom, making music in the moment, what he's feeling at this time, what he wants to put out is what he's going to want to fucking put out, right? Like, however he's feeling, he's good. If he wants guitar riffs, fuck it. Rick Rubin, give me all the riffs you got, nigga. Let's go. Like, if he wants to do that, he's going to do that. And whether it sells or not, he can give two fucks, right? Because it's therapy for him as the artist and all this shit, and he puts it out. And I'm fine. But as a fan, I'm hoping that these features are dope. I'm hoping that the album does well. And I'm hoping that I actually enjoy it and it can, again, what's the name of the album, Tom? Revival. I'm hoping it revitalizes my whole shit in Eminem and where he was to where I listen to him and pick him back up. Like, he doesn't have to drop an album, but he did. So I'm hoping it's dope. Me personally, I'm hoping it's dope. We're going to definitely give our full review on that in the up-and-coming shows once we've totally had a time to, dissect this whole thing. But Scumbag Sherm, final thoughts on Eminem Revival. What you think?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm, as of date of recording, because this album's not out yet, what I've seen, I'm not like blown away because it's an old style kind of marketing campaign. I get it was clever with the dual marketing you were doing, but Eminem don't need to do none of that. I agree with that. Eminem is at the point where he can Jay-Z or Beyonce the shit. Oh, guess what? It's out. Boom. Tonight. Oh, shit.
You can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
So that right there in a sense got me a little like, all right, where's this going? Walk on Water I listened to it twice, but I'm not like, that's probably all I'm never need to hear it again. Real talk. It's okay. So we'll see. The jury is, I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. That's all I can say about it right now.
Regular ass time.
Definitely gonna have to revisit this.
Definitely gonna revisit it. Regular ass time. Predictions on Revival.
I'm thinking it's gonna be. In my heart, I think it's gonna be good. Is it gonna be great? No, but I don't think it's gonna be like a 444 kind of like shit. Like, for me, that's one of Jay-Z's best albums. I don't think Eminem will have where I'll say like, hey, I think that's one of Eminem's best albums, just because there was so much hype around Marshall Mathers LP2, and that album was ass. And it had a few dope tracks, and the only tracks that were dope were the ones that were part 2s or prequels to the Marshall Mathers LP. You couldn't create something new and it'd be good. Like, I definitely compare Jay-Z to Eminem. Jay-Z can create some new shit. You know what I mean? He can speak in the terms of how old he is now, what he's living now, and make it work. I haven't had faith. I actually enjoy Recovery, but I don't know. I'm hoping it does. The features make me feel like it is. But
I need to hear the production, man.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't.
He's surrounded by this great production, but it's like he's not using it. Like,
if Dre and whoever else produced, I think Alchemist is one of the producers. If they didn't drop some shit on here, I'm tired. It's kind of like how the Detroit is with the Lions. They're just tired of like always having to be defensive for them and shit, fight for them and shit. That's how I feel now. Like, I always got to fight for like, yo, Eminem is it. I'm exhausted, nigga. Like, I'm tired of fucking fighting, and the only shit I got is comparing your ass to some shit you did fucking down there 20 years ago. Like, this shit is killing me, dog. Like, I'm a huge Eminem fan. Always have been, always will be. I think one of the greatest moments, I've ever had was seeing Jay-Z and Eminem at Comerica Park, years back. But I just hope, I know he's that guy. He can outrhyme anybody on this planet Earth. Anybody.
The good news is he raised the bar up so high.
Yeah, he did.
The motherfucker started calling himself a rap guy, and you didn't flinch. Like, yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, can't argue with that. You know what I mean? And it's just like, he
cool.
can out-rap, and he has solidified, he can out-rap anybody on the planet. I don't give a fuck who it is.
Well, I don't know. Right now, I don't know if he can touch Royce.
As far as I get what you're saying, but as far as like technical skill,
I think he can touch Royce. Honestly,
playing with words and just the way you do it, he can. Nobody can do that shit. Nobody. I get what you're saying. Like, his metaphor. Fuck that. If as far as a motherfucker that can fucking make shit rhyme with orange and fucking just do the way he plays with words and shit. Like, I mean, take Rap God, for example. Most niggas don't like that shit, but just the motherfucker can just spit like that.
Yeah.
So,
like, come on.
So, in closing,
I hope so.
We hope that revival is great.
I'm hoping so.
It's December 15th, and all of us will be waiting to download, stream, do what we do, in hopes to dissect this album and get it to you, the internets, on what BTF's opinion is on this whole subject matter. So stay tuned. So this last topic comes from a fellow listener. Shout out to Brandon Rogers 45 in Las Vegas, man. We appreciate you each and every week listening to us, retweeting us, liking, comment, all of that jazz. So Brandon, this is for you, man. You've been wanting us to talk about The Weeknd, a fellow Canadian resident, and Mr. Aubrey Graham, Grizzly Drake, also a Canadian resident, and compare the two, Weeknd versus Drake, so to speak. So, Brandon, this is for you, my man. So, jumping this subject off, I don't know really where he wanted to go with this, but I'm going to go with it, and where we can go with it, right? So, state the obvious, right? Drake is a hip-hop artist.
Yeah,
we can say hip-hop.
Say that. Yeah, for sure.
And
for sure.
The Weeknd is a pop artist. Popular
R&B pop artist.
He's right.
Is he R&B? Would you call him that? I don't know.
He's popular. He's not a rapper, so he's not hip-hop.
Nah, he's not he ain't doing bars and shit.
He's not rapping. He's singing to bitches.
I mean, that's a good question. Is he R&B or is he pop? I think he's pop now.
He's pop now.
When he came out,
Starboy.
He was R&B.
Right? Okay. Either way.
I think Starboy took him to pop.
Drake, who's also a hip hop artist, who also
Drake's pop too, though.
Right, he's pop too. He sings right in his songs. He does a ton of his melodies. Right, he doesn't really have other people sing for the most part.
I don't think that's a bad thing either.
Oh no, it's not a bad thing.
I think people think pop is just popular music.
Yeah,
it's popular. Right? Yeah, pop music.
I think because MJ created that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a whole nother genre.
They didn't have a genre to put him in. They couldn't put him in R&B
because he wasn't rhythm and blues.
He was above that,
right?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
He wasn't rhythm and blues. He wasn't.
I definitely put Drake with it.
Once you're called pop, you're kind of blending everything.
Yeah,
you're a crossover artist who can do multiple things, right? Yep. So to B. Rogers' point, I mean these two guys are from Toronto. I don't want to say Toronto.
So we're gonna say they both pop then.
They're both pop.
Canada.
They're from Canada, right? They're from Canada. I personally enjoy both of them. Me personally, I enjoy both of their music selections, right? The Weeknd, I can honestly say I've had, done some things to the trilogy myself, even tested myself because that album is a full, hour 32. So I know if I've made it past track 18, I'm the motherfucking man. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah,
but
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying, right? Yeah, I throw The Weeknd on. I'm like,
finish line.
Yeah, I'm like, yes, I'm on track 23. Yes. But
goodness.
Dope shit, it's drug music. He's a drug addict, right? He talks about the XO, which is his crew. He talks about popping pills. He was homeless, fucking bitches, robbing niggas. The typical shit that we all listen to, but sings it in a harmony and in a melody that we can that could serve the palate, right? It's palatable. Oh yes, it's good to go, right? Drake, on the other hand, right? love him or hate him, he can do that melody shit. He could sing because when he first started off, he was singing because he's like, yo, you sing, you get the hose, period. But then also the rap thing came into play because of his homeboys and whomever, and he could put together some bars. Whether whoever is writing for him or not, he puts together great fucking music.
Yep.
And I think the two, when you go a Drake verse, the Weeknd kind of thing, I mean, obviously, hands down, it's Aubrey. Hands down. Right? I mean, whether you want to talk about the amount of content that he's brought out, the features, the beef with Meek Mill, surviving that, like coming out of that.
Let's keep it strictly music. Don't give me
and
all
that,
that extra
that's
shit.
part of music. That's part of music.
Which
that
is
was a
squashed,
rap
by
beef.
the way.
No,
I don't know if you know that.
False.
No, it's not false.
You said what was false?
No, I said he squashed that, by the way.
Right, because at this point the nigga's in jail, so it's like,
he gave one of his recent concerts. He gave Meek Mill a shout.
yeah,
out.
because again, it's
'Cause he
rap
got locked
beef.
up on some
It's
bullshit.
healthy rap beef, but when art imitates life and it becomes a problem, yeah, then that's the right thing to do, right? But it's one of those things where the Weeknd, I liked a couple tracks off the Starboy joint. I did. Like the Starboy was kind of the Daft Punk, but there's another track on there with Daft Punk that kills that shit. I forget the name of it.
No, I actually only listened to the album once, and I haven't listened to it ever again.
I heard, but listen.
And I need to. But
Listen, I do my morning morning vibe joints, and I just let my iPhone, whatever the iPhone plays random, I let it just go randomly. And I can't remember the name of that song on the Weeknd. I was like, oh shit, like that's dope with Daft Punk. But that was probably like the second or third song off that most recent album. Drake, you can name and fire off tons of that. So Scumbag Sherm, I'll give it to you. Drake versus the Weeknd, two Canadian boys. If you had to listen to one or the other, who could you tolerate more and why?
Who can I tolerate more? Well, that's the thing. I like Drake. I don't hate him. I do have a problem with his subject matter. His subject matter is real Drake centric.
Such as
Like tell me about the Canadian problem. Don't tell me about Drake's Canadian problem. But anyway, that's a whole nother issue, right? Tell me about the struggle in Canada, T. I want to know how cold it is, okay?
that's funny.
How cold is it in Canada?
That's funny.
Drake needs to tell me that.
yeah, enough for
that's
people to
actually
walk around and cult following Canada gooses out there and make
Yeah.
it look really scary.
Yeah, it gets real fucking cold in Canada.
Yeah, it does.
So
Look at it. It gets really fucking
shout
cold.
out to
Shout
Toronto.
out to Toronto.
But no, I mean I do like Drake's music. That's probably my only gripe with it though, personally. My only thing with the Weeknd is though, like, I can't tolerate him in long doses because his voice gets on my nerves, man.
All that crap.
Yeah, he kind of whines, man.
Weekend.
Weeknd, he kind of whines too much for me. So, when he's got that song that's popping, I fucks with him all the way. But the thing is, Drake's on another level. Drake's a artist, an all timer, to be honest. Because the Weeknd will never give you a Hotline Bling, to be honest. Which is like a lot of people hated on it, but that was a dope fucking song, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
As corny and dumb as it was.
Like, yeah,
it
corny
worked.
as dumb as it was. The sample
So
that he
Drake-
used, which was a crazy ass like 1970s some odd sample.
Yeah.
The dude that originally produced it is still living. He did that fucking song, the whole entire song, in a hotel room in London.
Fucking around, right?
Fucking
And then
around.
They turned it into a hit.
And it's the best hit ever. And that weak ass dance is a million memes in one, right?
So right, and in that sense, yeah, Drake can do that. So I'll take a Drake over the Weeknd in this matter. You know what I'm saying? They're both really talented though, but in this case, yeah, I gotta go with Mr.
Gotta go with
Aubrey
Aubrey.
Graham.
Gotta go with Aubrey Graham. Regular ass time. What say you there?
Drake for sure.
Yeah.
Like I'm not, don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Weeknd fan, but I'm a Weeknd before he was the Weeknd.
Oh, yeah.
That was air quotes.
with
kinda
the
shit.
braids.
They're cool.
You like junkie Weeknd?
Yeah, I like when he first came out, when he dropped those first
Canadian bum Weeknd and
those
shit.
first two
Canadian
mixtapes.
bum.
It's kind of the lifestyle you're living. Like, yo,
I'm Weeknd fan when he first came out, when he dropped those mixtapes.
Okay,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
ones they eventually turned into
XO shit.
an album shit. That's when I liked the Weeknd. Because I mean, I went to Austin, and it was Austin.
Where's that?
Austin,
Texas.
You're
Where's
right.
that? Okay, anyway.
I went to
Kanye
Austin City Limits, and I went to see him when he first dropped the first mixtape. And hearing him live is like crazy. Like he like he sounds better than
yeah.
And and then when he dropped that Dirty Diana shit, like I was like, that's who the fuck he sounds like. He sounds just like MJ.
You didn't hear that off rip? That was my only thing with him when I first heard him.
No,
like,
I didn't. It was like,
but I didn't mind him though.
When he did that, it was just like, because I like Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? I like his voice or whatever. And it was funny. I remember being in Texas. I played that track for my mom when she came to visit once, and I played it, and she was like, "Who was that?" She was like, "What kind of stupid ass fucking question is that?" It's Michael Jackson. Ha ha! You're wrong. It's not Michael Jackson. And she was like, "Oh, he sounds just like Michael Jackson though." But it's just, I mean, I like The Weeknd. I don't like. It sucks when certain people get real big. Their music kind of changes, and I feel that's what happened with him. His is more popish. Not that there's nothing wrong with that, but his is more.
Money. He getting money.
It's not what it was when it first came out.
So do you? Okay,
and he's not a junkie. He's not in the struggle no more. Like his music comes from a different. place
that can come from a couple of different places. Do we feel that same way? And I guess we can just tie it all in. Eminem, the whole thing. Talk about the raw grittiness of the start, then the transition, and whatever happened in their life to where they are now. Money, fame, success, whatever you want to call it. And it just gets watered down. Do we see that?
Sometimes. Not everybody. Because I don't feel like...
Because Jay-Z's not that way.
Yeah, exactly. Your Jay-Z's aren't that way. I don't feel Drake is like that.
Right.
I feel he gets better. Like, I don't think his albums necessarily get better. I think
okay.
He gets better.
I don't know. The jury's still out. And I only say it because Jay-Z's he's experiencing life. Him and his wife and his sister.
So is The Weeknd. So is Eminem.
Eminem has experienced a shit ton of life,
right?
And I think he's over experiencing life.
I mean, daughter,
he's went through a lot.
Haley,
the albums don't reflect that. Like their albums suck.
Correct.
And I think that's what The Weeknd. I know this for The Weeknd. This was the best album he's ever had. Every track was like a top hit.
Okay.
On the record charts or whatever. But at the same point, for me, I don't. It was enough for me to listen to it once and then not listen to it anymore.
Because, it hits that point where it's like you said, it's like, I don't feel that passion. I don't feel that hunger. I don't feel that anguish from when you was starving and you put that shit out and it was like, yo, it's EXO lifestyle and that's it or whatever. And it's like, when I start getting money, niggas start getting fat and I cut his dreads off and all this shit. So he's like, yo, fuck all that.
I think it's definitely possible for people to stay hungry.
You got to be a real artist. Only certain caliber artists can do it, which brings it right back to that past conversation. Your boy Saha the Prince. You got to keep going, bro. I need more consistency.
Don't stop. Just keep doing the shit. But it's just like, I don't know. I feel like, I call it, and this is something that is probably, I call it the Mariah Carey syndrome. And I feel like when people get a taste of fame, it shows who they really are. And it shows that they're about either making money or whatever it takes, following the formula. And, being a diva and all that shit like that versus somebody remaining the same the whole fucking time.
Hey, what's the male version of diva?
Devo?
Devo? Wasn't that Devo? That shit seemed too simple. It seemed too simple.
Hey, but Sherm knew it.
Yeah, it seemed too simple.
Sherm did.
It seemed too simple.
The darkest nigga in the room, no. It's a Devo, of course.
But I think that's bad when that happens. When they get a taste of that fame and it just goes left and the music isn't the same.
Bad. That's why people trip me out when they only listen to music from a certain genre. Like, fuck all that. I need to know who the next young Eminem is. You know what I'm saying? Who's out here eating every goddamn track he's on. Like, I need to know that shit.
And as to our favor, it's everybody gets old, right? We consider ourselves old niggas, but we're really not that old. And that's the funny part is like we come up and grew up with this stuff, so there's gonna be a generation of next things. Like off topic, we're not gonna get too far off it, but that Jaden Smith album, whack.
The who?
Jaden Smith, trash. Siri, whatever the fuck it is, garbage. Like it was on some. It felt like I was trying to find my inner Night Wolf off Mortal Kombat.
Night Wolf.
Definitely gonna have to listen to this.
Yeah, like Siri. I think it was the Syre Is the name of the
That's right.
And I
Is
heard
this
it.
the one where he's got the video? He's rapping outside his car.
I don't know.
Yeah, with the big ass chains on.
Who
Yeah,
knows?
that's
But
right.
either way,
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to give it an opportunity. And I'm like, yo, I feel like I'm chanting right now. I feel like I should be sitting Indian style in front of a fire outside on a reservation. And fucking Nightwolf with some green shit pops up in the air. And this is who I should be.
This is how I feel about that.
It was too.
album.
It was too much.
I
going
feel
on.
like
to listen to
okay,
this now.
yes, it's Jaden Smith. Okay,
So you heard it too.
yeah, I heard it.
Batman in a
And
white suit at his
I'll
prime.
be honest, it's
I
something
remember.
that
I recall.
it's to me, it's an album you can listen to while you cleaning up the house.
Nope, I can't even. You'll
And
start
I
praising
feel-
somebody else and chanting it. You'll start channeling somebody you might not want to. Go ahead.
I feel like he has the talent for it, but he's just
Misguided.
a fucking
Yeah.
weirdo.
He hasn't found him yet.
that's it.
Himself,
And
I
I think he feels he might have, but it's just like I feel like he probably can make a dope ass album,
Yeah.
but he just
It-
doesn't.
It sounds like a bunch of dudes dressed in women's Louis Vuitton.
To me, it sounds like fucking. It sounds
Remember,
like
remember that Louis Vuitton ad? Women's Louis Vuitton.
I do recall.
to me, it sounds like he needs to go to like Will Smith and be like,
no,
"Hey, no, just
I'm listening.
fucking
Come on,
listen
come on,
first,
hurry
nigga."
up, hurry up.
And it needs to be a thing like, "Hey, I need some guidance on some shit or something." And I feel like, because I know I'm not saying Will Smith is like a great rapper, no shit, but I feel like Will Smith, every time he dropped the album, it was him chasing something that he wanted to do ever since Summertime or some shit. And I feel like
true.
if
Yeah,
he
we
would,
don't-
I feel like if Jaden went to him like, "Hey, what should I do?" I feel like Will Smith can guide him
And that's
to the right album he should do.
And listen,
And
that's
I just feel like
interesting.
Will Smith and them just like, okay, go do whatever the fuck
I
you
feel
want.
like Will Smith would guide him to Cisco, and he'd be like, "It's here, and I like it."
wow.
I ain't say all that, and that's the interesting point you made, Tom. Because I was gonna say like, yo, this is kind of when I heard the single, it felt like entitlement rap, and by that
That's it.
I mean.
Entitlement rap. Explain.
No, that's
And
what
by
I
that,
know.
it's exactly what Tom says.
Yeah.
Like, Will Smith was broke. Will Smith had a mission.
Yep.
Will Smith had as a kid that's like damn near 30 now.
Yep.
Will Smith had to eat, nigga.
Yep.
Like, yo, what's Jada Smith got to do? He's
Nothing.
been rich as
He
fuck
ain't gotta
his
do
whole
shit.
life. Like,
He doesn't have to do shit. Like, he literally can sit on his ass for the rest of his life and he's
That's
good.
not
He
him,
was
'cause
born
needs to
that
channel
way.
his spirit.
No,
animal.
that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. He doesn't
yeah.
feel like, he feels like, oh, the world is so messed up. He on some hippie shit.
Yeah, hippie
but in
shit.
a
Like,
bad
yo.
way. He doesn't even do it in a good way. You know what I mean? Like, it's not on some
There's
fucking...
no real struggle for him.
Yeah,
it's just some
not.
rich,
What the
confused
fuck?
kid shit.
And,
What are
and
you
what's
talking about?
crazy, what's really crazy, I don't know if anybody has listened to Willow Smith's album.
Sure haven't.
Her shit is actually fucking dope. Like, it's on some...
It ain't that whip your hair back and forth.
No,
shit,
no, no,
right?
no, no. Fuck no. That,
I whip
no.
my hair
It's
Yeah,
on, like, her
yeah,
new
about
one
that.
is, like, on some fucking SZA/Sid/ It's...
She's weird, too.
We'll play some shit after this.
She,
But...
she looks like a little demon Jada.
But that will work for
Yeah,
a music
but
career.
is this her shit?
I'm intrigued by the
She
Willow.
looks like
It
I gotta
works
put it-
for her.
She looks like
I'm
I gotta
intrigued
put
by
it in
Willow
a,
more.
I
than-
think it works
than
for a
Jada.
singer, but it doesn't work for a
Listen,
rapper.
it
I
looks
got
like I gotta put in a cheat code to access her on the game.
No, we'll play it after the what's that? And
I hear-
you're gonna be like,
If I
oh,
hear any,
really?
if I hear any whip my hair back and forth,
It's
I'm
not.
gonna
I
be
guarantee you.
disappointed.
You're gonna be surprised. You're not gonna think it's her.
If
I
I
guarantee
hear
it.
any chicken noodle soup, I'm gonna be disappointed.
I'm gonna let you two niggas listen to Willow Smith. I'm out of here.
and on that note, internets, listen. This is the Blue Tigers Fitness Show. We're happy to be back. We're going to be back all through this year. 2017, we're going to finish it with a bang. We promise you. Thanks for rocking with us. Thanks for sharing us. Thanks for commenting. Thank you for being there and listening each and every week, man. Every Tuesday, Wednesday-ish, we have it up for you, so you already know what time it is. Listen, we've created a network, Blue Tigers Fitted Network. Go check out our girls. G-Spot Girls, G-Spot Podcast. Check them out right now on SoundCloud. Our homeboy, LV, Flint, Michigan, the Daily Brew. Check him out. If you got 20 minutes of your day, you can give him 20 minutes of your day. If you're a coffee drinker, coffee lover, or might even just get into coffee, you want to try Granny's Roast. $19.99 to get you a bag, get you right. This is the Blue Tigers Fitted Show. Scumbag Sherm, regular ass time. Myself, BTF Teak. We love you. We out of here. Peace.